Hello there, and welcome to the Sleepy Science Channel. Maybe you've had a long day, or maybe you're just one of those curious night owls who like to fall asleep while learning something new. Either way, tonight's adventure is yours. We're heading into the deep blue, a world vast, silent, and mysterious, where sunlight fades and secrets wait in the dark like whispers from another realm. The ocean covers most of our planet, yet it remains one of the least explored frontiers we have. Beneath its calm surface lie mountains taller than Everest, trenches deeper than imagination, and rivers that flow underwater like liquid ghosts. It's a world where gravity bends, pressure crushes, and life finds a way in places that defy logic. If you find peace in this slow drift of discovery, go ahead and like or subscribe, or maybe just leave a comment before you drift off. It helps more wandering minds find this quiet corner of curiosity. But for now, just breathe, relax, and let the ocean's story pull you gently below the waves. When you see Earth from space, it isn't green or brown, it's blue. More than 70% of our planet is wrapped in ocean, stretching endlessly across the globe. The Pacific alone is so massive it could swallow all the continents and still have room for dessert. Down there lies the heart of Earth's machinery, currents, heat, life, all swirling in a rhythm older than time. The ocean controls everything we take for granted. It moderates our climate, breathes out most of our oxygen, and dictates the rise and fall of tides that mark our days and nights. Every gust of wind, every drop of rain, every breath we take somehow, it all begins with the sea. Yet, standing at the shore, we see only its surface. We call it the edge of the world. But that's the biggest lie on the map. The ocean isn't the end, it's the beginning. It defines Earth far more than land ever could. Beneath that shimmering horizon lies a universe we've barely touched. We've mapped Mars better than we've mapped our own ocean floor. Less than 5% has been explored. The rest an aquatic wilderness, untouched and unseen. Somewhere down there, creatures glow like stars, mountains breathe fire, and rivers of salt snake through valleys no human eyes have ever witnessed. So tonight, as you drift towards sleep, imagine yourself sinking slowly beneath the waves. The noise fades, the light disappears, and all that remains is the heartbeat of the planet. Pulsing quietly in the dark, a reminder that Earth isn't just a world of stone and sky. It's a water world, endlessly deep, and still keeping its secrets. Dive deep into the ocean, and you're stepping into a world that feels like diving into a sci-fi novel rather than a mere body of water. Can you believe it? We've only explored less than 5% of our oceans. That's right, 95% of this blue mystery remains untouched, lurking beneath the waves. Imagine the wonders waiting to be discovered. It's wild to think we understand Mars and the Moon better than we grasp what swims, scuttles, or lurks in our oceans. As we venture into this watery realm, we encounter bizarre creatures that could be characters in a fantasy film. There are transparent jellyfish whose glow can light up the darkest depths, and fish sporting body shapes so outlandish they'd make even the most imaginative alien look mainstream. Every dive feels like an adventurous trip to another planet, with Mother Nature tossing all the best surprises at us. Got a preference for bioluminescent critters? You're in luck. There's an abundance of signaled marvels basking in the darkness, waiting to be admired. And let's not forget the gut-wrenching depths of the Mariana Trench, where the party really gets going. It's not just another location. This abyss, known as Challenger Deep, plunges to nearly 7 miles. To put that into perspective, think of Mount Everest. If we tossed Everest into this massive watery ditch, its peak would still be more than a mile underwater. That's like throwing a giant into a pool and watching it go belly up. It's quite the plunge into the unknown, surrounded by pressures that could crush a submarine like a tin can. Life down there is thriving against all odds in a frigid, sunless environment. The few brave submersibles that have ventured into Challenger Deep returned with eerie photographs of bizarre alien-like beings. These creatures have evolved unique characteristics to endure the hostile conditions, boasting soft bodies to withstand gargantuan pressure and enchanting glowing bits to attract partners. One minute you're admiring the summit at Everest's peak. The next, you're embracing the mysterious depths of the ocean's abyss, an experience like no other. As you explore the oceanic floor, it's essential to understand that it's not simply a flat canvas. Oh no, it's a vast, undulating landscape filled with hidden mountain ranges that defy the very notion of a flat sea floor. These massive underwater elevations tell stories of geological wonder, shifting shapes and forms, sculpted by the relentless waves above. Each peak and valley unveils secrets of the planet's history, making the ocean not just a body of water but a colossal, vibrant museum of life. Just think of the thrill. Every dive plunges you deeper into the mystery, letting you encounter nature's most jaw-dropping shows. Imagine swimming alongside creatures whose stories have never been told in daylight, or seeing coral reefs that hide little-known secrets among their colors. With each expedition, thrill seekers and scientists alike discover that the ocean can be as weird, wonderful, and wild as any fantasy story you ever flipped through on a lazy afternoon. The Mid-Atlantic Ridge is a colossal underwater mountain range that stretches over 40,000 miles, longer than any land chain out there. Most of its majestic peaks and valleys are obscured beneath the waves, leaving us only with sonar maps and the occasional sneak peek from daring submersibles. These mountains might not boast of green valleys and rocky paths, but they're in constant flux, forged by the Earth's relentless tectonic shifts as new rock emerges daily, pushing the ocean floor apart. In some regions, these rocky ridges defy the ocean's embrace and rise above the water's surface, giving birth to spectacular islands. Just think of Iceland, where fire and ice tango in a breathtaking spectacle. It's mind-boggling to imagine we stroll across terrestrial mountains while an entire universe of peaks, cliffs, and hidden wonders lingers underneath the ocean's surface. It's a reminder that the world holds mysteries we've yet to uncover, adventures waiting just beneath the waves. The ocean, holding a staggering 95% of Earth's water, is a vast, glittering reservoir that means the lakes, rivers, and icy expanses we admire account for a mere sprinkle in the grand scheme of things. Picture all the ocean water squeezed into a perfect sphere over 800 meters in diameter that's a water balloon that would outshine everything on the surface. This isn't merely a collection of waves. It's a dynamic ecosystem breathing life into our planet, cycling water through sea, sky, and land, orchestrating rain to nourish rivers, and ultimately, supporting life itself. Without the ocean, life as we know it would cease to exist. It's not just a piece of the water cycle, it's the driving force, a colossal engine that's rhythmically keeping our planet alive and thriving. The ocean isn't whispering gently in the background, it's the booming heartbeat of Earth. You could even say that it's the ultimate source of drama, providing the backdrop to weather systems that shape our climate and everyday life. When it comes to exploration, though, our reach for the deep seas is disgracefully limited. Believe it or not, more people have trodden the lunar landscape than have plummeted into the mysterious depths of the ocean. Since 1969, a mere 12 fearless souls have set foot on the moon, a place sitting a whopping 250,000 miles away. Meanwhile, only a handful have ventured into Challenger Deep, the deepest trench on Earth. How wild is that? The reason for this absurd imbalance is very straightforward. The deep sea is a brutal adversary, even more unforgiving than outer space. The pressure lurking down there is a relentless beast. Without proper gear, a human body would crumble to pieces in an instant, like a delicate souffle meeting gravity. Thus, while rockets soar into the endless expanse above, our oceans remain a captivating realm that we have only begun to scratch the surface of. So, as we gaze at the stars, let's also spare a thought for the depths beneath our very feet. There is a world of endless exploration lurking beneath those waves, a mysterious domain brimming with stories, life, and challenges. Who knows what treasures or terrors await those brave enough to venture into the blue abyss? The ocean remains an unexplored frontier, one full of intrigue, ripe for discovery, and whispering secrets to those willing to listen. Crafting vessels that can brave the ocean's depths is comparable to launching rockets' tricky business. But once those intrepid explorers plunge into the abyss, they stumble upon life hanging onto rocky crevices and gliding through the inky black. It's a hearty reminder that even in the most forbidding corners of our planet, life is a resilient party crasher, defiantly thriving away from the warm embrace of sunlight. When you picture a volcano, you might envision fiery peaks, with lava cascading into the air like a syrupy fountain. However, the real volcanic action is happening way down in the ocean, beneath the shimmering waves. Mid-ocean ridges are spewing molten rock, constantly forming new crust. Imagine a grand symphony of bubbles, with eruptions that reshape our world, unseen by human eyes. Those explosive performances can create new islands, while others quietly cool in the water, forming oddball shapes like pillow basalt. Who knew cooling lava could look so cuddly? Welcome to the ocean floor, the true volcanic playground. It's a bustling factory recycling Earth's crust while fueling extraordinary hydrothermal vents. These vents are like underwater kitchens, serving up hot meals for an eclectic mix of creatures that found their home in this unique ecosystem. The land-based volcanic activity we often admire is merely the tip of the iceberg. The ocean's depths are where the real volcanic heart beats, pumping life through underwater creations. Then there's the ocean's crowning jewel, the Great Barrier Reef, the largest living structure on Earth, spanning over 1,400 miles off Queensland's coast in Australia. It's so massive that astronauts can spot it from space, a vibrant mosaic of coral, sand, and sea. It shimmers in various hues of turquoise and green. But despite its vastness, the reef is made up of billions of tiny coral polyps, each the size of a rice grain, working hard to build beauty from the ocean floor. Over the eons, these tiny architects have pooled their resources to create enchanting walls, islands, and lagoons. The Great Barrier Reef serves as a bustling habitat for an astonishing variety of life. About a quarter of all marine species hinge on coral reefs for their existence. Despite them covering less than 1% of the ocean floor, it's like a tiny city beneath the waves, with each coral colony playing host to a delightful array of colorful marine residents. And here's the kicker, we're still discovering thousands of new marine species every year. The ocean floor is a hide-and-seek kingdom bursting with surprises. Just when you think you've seen it all, another bizarre, glow-in-the-dark sea creature pops up to captivate our imaginations. So, while we're daydreaming of fiery volcanoes on land, beneath the waves is a whole other world teeming with life, laughter, and an endless horizon of curiosity waiting to be uncovered. Each year, marine scientists are like treasure hunters, unearthing a trove of new species lurking in the ocean's depths. From quirky little fish to flamboyant corals, some discoveries are made right off the shore, right under our noses. Others, however, prefer to keep a low profile, only revealing themselves when colossal research submersibles or fishing nets drag them into the limelight. It's like the ocean is throwing a surprise party, and we're just not on the guest list yet. You won't believe the wild critters that lurk in the deep. Picture creatures sporting glowing lures, body transparency, and teeth that could double as doorstops. Shockingly, experts suggest that a whopping 2/3 of marine species are still playing hide-and-seek with us, echoing the idea that the ocean is a playground of wonders. Dive in, and you'll find that every time we peek beneath the waves, Mother Ocean flashes us her to-be-discovered sign, reminding us that adventure is very much alive. Have you ever heard of bioluminescence? Imagine a neon light party happening in the ocean, thanks to nature's very own glow sticks. From the tiniest plankton to the grandest squid, many sea creatures can generate their own sparkle. Some flash in a frantic dance to the bewilderment of their predators, while others glow softly to attract a date or maybe just dinner. When waves stir the plankton, it's like the sea is sprinkled with a touch of stardust. Down in the abyss, the anglerfish play a devious game with glowing lures that beckon unsuspecting prey closer. This isn't sunlight reflecting off the surfaces. It's the result of spectacular chemical reactions happening inside these creatures. Talk about a light show. In this murky realm, life finds a way to not just survive but thrive. It's as if the dark waters morph into an ever-shifting galaxy, a spectacle of living stars dancing through the depths. And guess what? Every night, the ocean puts on its biggest show with the largest migration on Earth. As dusk descends, billions of tiny organisms perform their upward ascent, creating a nightly spectacle called the Deal vertical migration. This isn't just any small-scale event. It's the biggest daily movement of life on our planet. These little plankton rise to dine on microscopic plants waiting to greet them in the shallows, turning the ocean into a bustling restaurant under the moonlight. Just envision it. The sun goes down, and the ocean transforms into a vibrant metropolis as creatures scurry to feast. It's a frenzied dance of life that's been happening for eons, reminding us that even when the sun sets, the party is far from over. The sights and sounds of water bubbling with life send a clear message. The ocean is not merely a vast body of water, it's packed with mystery and excitement waiting to be explored. So, the next time you dip your toes in the ocean, remember it's not just salt water under your feet. It's a realm bursting with undiscovered wonders. Every ripple carries the promise of new species and field notes still to be written. As scientists continue their exploratory quest, here's your chance to embrace the thrilling unpredictability of the ocean and join in on the endless journey of discovery. Beneath the seemingly calm surface of the ocean lies a bustling metropolis of life, where fish, squid, and various predators continually hustle to eat plankton. This dynamic movement resembles a dramatic dance routine, one that occurs nightly as dawn approaches. When the sun starts to peek over the horizon, this lively crowd discreetly retreats into the shadows, evading the watchful eye of aerial predators. It's like an underwater game of hide and seek that goes entirely unnoticed by us land dwellers. While we admire the glistening surface of the ocean, we remain blissfully unaware of the hidden currents and whirling life below. A steady flow of creatures rises and falls in a rhythm that matches the sun's cycle, creating a vibrant heartbeat beneath the waves. It's not just a serene blue blanket, it's a wild party down there. So, next time you find yourself gazing at the ocean, remember, it's not just calm waters, it's an aquatic carnival buzzing just below. And if you think things can't get crazier, wait until you hear about the brine pools. Yes, that's right. Imagine lakes nestled deep within the ocean. It's as if Mother Nature had a quirky sense of humor and decided to create ghostly pools of super salty water that resemble lakes but are actually killer zones for most sea life. These bizarre formations are like weird science experiments gone wrong, where only the toughest little critters can call the edges home. Venturing nearer to these brine pools, one might encounter communities of life that thrive on the cusp of two extremes. These adaptations are nothing short of remarkable. It's like they've been granted access to a secret VIP lounge in nature. Life finds a way, and these ingenious beings prove that when conditions get tough, it's often the wackiest and most resilient that manage to throw the best parties seriously. Take notes, humans. While we're soaking up those rays on land, unbeknownst to us, the ocean floor has some serious business going on underneath. It's not a sleepy landscape, it's an active site of seafloor spreading. Picture the Earth's tectonic plates cracking open, allowing molten rock to bubble up and create brand new oceanic real estate. This ain't Hollywood magic, it's geology at its finest, happening day and night like clockwork. The planet is literally remaking itself. This ceaseless motion reshapes the globe at a snail's pace so slow you'd barely notice unless you're paying very close attention over millions of years. Yet, it has formed vast oceans, shuffled continents like a deck of cards, and even birthed majestic underwater mountains. The Mid-Atlantic Ridge, a marvel of nature, stretches tens of thousands of miles, dwarfing anything you would find on dry land. It's the ultimate underwater adventure waiting to unfold, teeming with mysteries that are just waiting to impress curious minds from above. Every moment, a new Earth is being crafted beneath the ocean's surface. Picture this. Rocks are on their way to becoming continents, islands, or even majestic mountains. Although they lie hidden under countless waves, what's brewing deep below is crucial to the shape of our world. Earthquakes and tsunamis have their origins in the ocean's depths, proving that Mother Nature always has a few surprises up her sleeve. Isn't it wild? Many of the most ferocious earthquakes don't kick off on solid ground, but rather where tectonic plates are at it down below. When these plates, those colossal slabs of rock, suddenly decide to throw a tantrum, the energy release sends shockwaves upward, causing the water above to play along and displace it dramatically. Voila! Tsunamis are born, racing across the ocean with astonishing speed, carrying more energy than an espresso on a Monday morning. A tsunami might be virtually invisible in the deep water, like a ninja sneaking up on land, but just wait till it hits the shallow shores. Suddenly, the innocuous swell turns into towering walls of water, ready to make over coastlines in a breathtaking blink. Scientists are like ocean detectives, monitoring these fault zones with seismographs and buoys, always on the lookout for trouble. The ocean isn't just a pretty face, it's a vibrant, restless expanse over a living, transforming Earth. Now hold tight, because beneath the waves are monumental underwater canyons that could give the Grand Canyon a run for its money. These hidden giants can dive thousands of feet deep, some even dwarfing their landlocked counterpart. Their formation is a tale of ancient rivers, landslides, and powerful currents, which have created these chasms that funnel sediments into the ocean's depths. Monterey Canyon, off California's coast, showcases this phenomenon beautifully. It's over twice as deep as the Grand Canyon, plunging dramatically into the deep blue. Exploring these canyons is like gazing into the Earth's grand scrapbook, revealing secrets of its long history and water's journey through time. But it's not just a geological extravaganza. These undersea valleys are teeming with diverse ecosystems. They're like nature's high-end hotels, where nutrients gather and life thrives within their cradled walls, showcasing that Mother Nature's artistry doesn't stop at the shoreline. And here's a fun fact to blow your mind. The ocean is actually the planet's biggest oxygen factory. When you think of Earth's lungs, many picture the lush Amazon rainforest. Surprise! Most of the fresh air we inhale hails from the ocean. Tiny yet mighty phytoplankton are busy doing their thing in the upper layers of the sea, taking sunlight and turning it into energy through photosynthesis. So the next time you take a deep breath, give a nod to our underwater friends. They're the real MVPs. You might not have realized it, but those teeny tiny microscopic plants in the ocean, known as phytoplankton, are the unsung heroes of our atmosphere. With their ingenious ability to churn out oxygen, these little green powerhouses produce over half of the breathable oxygen we enjoy. Every time you take a deep breath, you're essentially saying, "Thanks, ocean." If you peeked at our planet from space, you'd see vast green swirls covering parts of the ocean that are larger than some countries, showcasing the plankton party happening down below. But let's not be fooled by their size. These tiny organisms are more than just oxygen factories. They are the planet's unofficial climate regulators. As phytoplankton munch on sunlight and carbon dioxide, they work their magic, pulling carbon gas down into the ocean. After their demise, many of these microscopic wonders drift down into the abyss, locking away carbon for thousands of years like nature's secret little vault. This biological pump plays a critical role in keeping our climate from going haywire, a task that's all in a day's work for these unseen ocean's guardians. And talk about surprising scale, you wouldn't believe it, but billions of phytoplankton could fit into just a teaspoon of ocean water. Together, they tip the balance of our entire planet, proving that even the tiniest life forms pack a mighty punch. Think about it. The fate of the world hinges on these microscopic marvels. It's a grand reminder that sometimes the smallest creatures can leave the biggest footprints, or more accurately, tidal waves. Now, as if that isn't enough, let's talk about the ocean's colossal currents, which are like nature's own transportation system. Picture a planet-sized conveyor belt gliding beneath the waves, because that's exactly what these currents represent. They create loops and swirls that transport warm water from the tropics all the way to the chilly poles, then graciously usher cold water back again. This endless motion is crucial for life on Earth, balancing temperatures and transporting nutrients, while helping to dictate weather patterns worlds away. Consider the Gulf Stream, for instance. This warm, friendly current travels across the Atlantic, giving Europe a climate that's much cozier than you'd expect for such a northern region. Imagine sipping hot cocoa instead of shivering in your mittens. This magical oceanic highway helps kick-start the exchange of nutrients and warmth, which sustains countless life forms both in the sea and on land. But don't be fooled into thinking this all happens in a jiffy. These currents are the result of a delicate balance of heat, wind, and salinity, and they can take centuries to complete one full cycle. Yes, you read that right, centuries. It's like waiting for your grandma to finish knitting a winter sweater that you'll likely grow out of by the time she's done. Nevertheless, such slow yet mighty flows play a fundamental role in managing Earth's climate, reminding us that harmony in nature is a beautifully extensive process. Every wave that crashes on the sandy shores is like a message from the depths of the ocean, a connection to hidden rivers and unseen places. It's a bit like life itself. There's a steady flow of excitement, warmth, and balance that we often take for granted. The ocean's conveyor belt isn't just flowing water, it's a dynamic flow of life that links every corner of our planet. Some waves can travel vast distances across ocean basins, as if they have a mission of global importance. Picture this: a strong wind sweeps across the water's surface, and suddenly, waves start to rise. Most waves crash obediently at the nearest beach, but a special group known as swell waves takes the long journey thousands of miles. In fact, imagine a storm raging in the Southern Ocean, only to send its feisty waves rolling toward the sun-soaked beaches of South America or Africa. It's like a cosmic game of tag, where the waves carry tales of wild nights spent under tempestuous skies, bouncing from shore to shore. Now, surfers have a serious love affair with these swells. They ride waves that, unbeknownst to them, originated as storms weeks prior. Now that's a serious workout. Standing on a beach, watching these rhythmic waves rolling in, you can almost feel the pulse of distant adventures. Each wave whispers stories from far-off lands and gives you chills of excitement knowing that hazy horizon holds mysteries waiting to be discovered. The ocean transforms into a messenger, delivering secrets of storms across the globe like a carefree gossip. But not every wave is a gentle ride to shore. Oh no, some are genuine behemoths. The towering giants in the open ocean can reach mind-boggling heights. The record holder, a 100-foot wall of water. Imagine a 10-story skyscraper made entirely of liquid fury. These colossal waves emerge when wind, storms, and ocean currents join forces like a superhero squad, stacking energy to create titanic water walls for sailors. Encountering these monsters can be strangely exhilarating yet utterly terrifying. For every serene beach, there exist wild waters that shift from calm lapping to dramatic mountains of surf. It's a wild reminder that the ocean is not just a pretty face, it's raw and powerful, teetering on the edge of chaos, echoing the might of nature. These waves dance majestically as they remind us that their power rivals the fiercest forces on land. Each swell is part of a mysterious rhythm that ebbs and flows with the heartbeat of the earth. Then there's the thrill of rogue waves, unexpected, sneaky giants that surprise even the most seasoned sailors. You could be soaking in the sunshine, chilling next to a serene sea, when suddenly, a rogue wave could rear its head without a hint of warning, an impromptu roller coaster ride ready to send your heart racing. These waves embody the unpredictable nature of the ocean, showing us who really runs the show down there in the deep blue. So, the next time you see the waves roll in, remember, there's an entire world of adventure hiding beneath the surface. Out in the wide open sea, Sailors have long whispered tales of a mystifying wave that erupts out of nowhere, standing tall like a liquid cliff. These waves are dubbed rogue waves, and for ages, many dismissed them as mere sailor folklore. Fast forward to modern times, and science has unveiled their shocking existence. Towering more than 100 feet, twice their smaller wave companions, rogue waves can appear unexpectedly. Whether in a serene ocean or amidst a tempest, they'll snatch up ships like toys, leaving crew members wide-eyed as their decks face watery skyscrapers that dwarf lighthouses. But wait, there's more to the ocean's magic. In a twist that defies logic, the ocean hosts waterfalls taller than any found on dry land. Yes, you read that right. Deep beneath the surface, water can plummet like rain, flow like rivers, and tumble like majestic waterfalls. Nestled under the Denmark Strait, between Greenland and Iceland, one of the largest underwater waterfalls resides. Here, icy Arctic waters dive beneath warmer Atlantic currents, creating a colossal downward cascade more than 2 miles deep, outshining Angel Falls by a long shot. Remember, though, that these underwater wonders operate in secrecy. They bubble and swirl in the dark, invisible to us land dwellers. But fear not, these hidden cascades play an essential role in our planet's health. They help circulate valuable nutrients while regulating global currents, acting as unsung heroes in Earth's climate system. Imagine an unseen waterfall powerful enough to swallow up entire mountains, rushing endlessly below the surface, intricately shaping the mysterious world lurking beneath the waves. Now, hold your breath, for we're diving even deeper. At the ocean's bottom, life basks under pressures that would crush even the most robust submarines. It's a pressure cooker down there. For every 30 feet you plunge, the water weight increases, piling on the equivalent of Earth's atmosphere on your shoulders. It's a bit like trying to carry around an elephant made entirely of water, no thanks. Yet, some fantastical creatures thrive in these extreme conditions. Meet the deep-sea giants and tiny wonders that not only survive but flourish under pressures that would make most of us scream for the surface. While sipping your coffee on a smooth sail, think of the bizarre and resilient life forms existing in those crushing depths. They're like nature's own superheroes, adapting to an environment where we mere mortals would feel utterly lost. So, next time you're on a boat and witness a wave that looks suspiciously like it's got a personality of its own, remember rogue waves, nature's way of saying, surprise. And while you're at it, think about those massive underwater waterfalls, circulating life-giving nutrients in a world we can only dream about. Embrace the ocean's quirks, for it's truly a playground of wonders, enticing sailors and scientists alike to keep exploring, keep questioning, and keep laughing in the face of the great blue unknown that continues to amaze us. Reaching the enigmatic Challenger Deep is like plummeting into a world where the pressure is a staggering 1,000 times greater than anything we experience at the surface. Picture a steel submarine crumpling like a flimsy soda can. Yet amid this crushing force, life flourishes. Welcome to the Hadal Zone, where nature's ingenuity is on full display. The creatures here have evolved, sporting flexible bodies and unique cellular structures that laugh in the face of pressure. They drift gracefully as ethereal beings, showcasing life's unfathomable adaptability. In this abyss, the ocean offers a cheeky reminder that survival can take on many bizarre forms. While sunlight reigns supreme on land, down here, it's more of a joke. Fish flit about in eternal darkness, crustaceans navigate with their sensitive touch, and colonies of bacteria subsist by devouring chemicals instead of basking in sunlight. It's like a dark circus where life performs its tricks without the guiding light of day, thriving in a perpetual night where even the simple concept of light becomes irrelevant. Imagine critters evolving without eyes, or with eyes so rudimentary they may as well be blindfolded. These clever beings have honed incredible senses to pick up vibrations, discern heat, or follow faint chemical trails. For us, Darkness can feel isolating and desolate, but down at this level, it's buzzing with life. In an environment completely divorced from the sun, the rules of nature have been rewritten, illustrating that survival isn't just reserved for those who bask in daylight. Think of hydrothermal vents, those magnificent underwater chimneys discovered in the late 1970s, where boiling, black water bursts forth from the seafloor. It's like nature's own geyser show in the ocean, where seawater seeps down, gets a sizzling makeover near molten rock, and blasts back out at temperatures that would make us sweat just thinking about it. This amazing geological phenomenon supports life not through sunlight, but through chemistry, proving that even in the most extreme conditions, you can find a party going on. Around these volcanic outpourings, a raucous community thrives. Bacteria take center stage, feeding on the minerals and engaging in chemosynthesis. Their special talent is converting these nutrients into usable energy. Imagine them as the unsung heroes of the deep, providing the essential building blocks for larger creatures. It's like having an all-you-can-eat buffet for life, where the larger diners, such as giant tube worms, crabs, and shrimp, eagerly rely on these microscopic miracle workers. Seeing life at these depths is like witnessing a secret world that refuses to be dampened by darkness or pressure. These ecosystems redefine our understanding of life, demonstrating that, even in an environment where most living things would flounder, creativity breeds resilience. It showcases that in our quest for understanding, the ocean has a multitude of surprises waiting just beyond the horizon of what we typically deem possible. So, while we bask under the sun, the ocean serenades us with a vibrant chorus from its depths. Who knew that beneath the cool waves lies a breathtaking realm where darkness reigns yet life thrives? It's not just the beauty of sea life, it's a testament to the tenacity of existence itself. Each creature tells a story of survival that flips our conventional views upside down, proving that life isn't just a sun-soaked affair. In the depths of the ocean, entire ecosystems thrive without a single ray of sunshine. Scientists were taken aback when they realized that life doesn't always rely on sunlight as its power source. Instead, heat and chemicals can create lively communities in total darkness. This revelation has sent their imaginations racing, pondering the possibility of similar hidden life forms in icy realms beyond our planet. Take the giant tube worms, for instance, standing tall like underwater skyscrapers in complete darkness. Some of these aliens of the deep exceed human height. Imagine lush forests of white and red rising from the seafloor, each delicate tube swaying gently in the current, topped with vibrant crimson plumes. Their curious structure lacks a mouth or stomach. They've tasked special bacteria within their bodies to convert the mineral-rich vent water into their food. Talk about a unique dining experience. When these remarkable creatures were first discovered, scientists did a collective double take. It was like finding a gourmet restaurant in a barren wasteland. These tube worms were thriving in boiling, toxic water, growing over 6 feet long while reminding us that life can flourish in the most shocking places. They stand proudly in the silence of the ocean, resembling gardens ablaze with color, sustained by the very earth from which they hail. But the drama doesn't stop at the tube worms. Nearby, lurking in the shadows, are extremophiles, tiny bacteria with impressive survival skills that thrive in water temperatures exceeding 700 degrees Fahrenheit. That's hotter than molten lead. Picture that. A boiling cauldron where you'd think life has no chance. Yet these resilient critters harness chemical reactions to not only survive but to form the foundation of entire food webs. It's as if they've laughed in the face of danger and declared, "Bring it on." And while we sometimes think we know what life looks like, the deep ocean challenges our definitions and expectations at every turn. The existence of creatures in such extreme conditions has scientists wondering if there could be life in far-off places, like the hidden oceans of Europa or Enceladus. If organisms can thrive in pits of boiling darkness here on Earth, surely there's something cooking beneath those icy crusts. Imagine, too, The thrill of life existing in icy waters that can freeze skin in an instant. The depths of the sea are full of surprises. So while we marvel at these wonders of the deep, it doesn't just teach us about Earth, but expands our wildest dreams of life beyond our planet, from fiery tube worm gardens to icy extremophiles. The ocean is a constant reminder that existence can flourish in the most extraordinary and sometimes downright mind-boggling of conditions. Life, it seems, is truly the ultimate magician. In the icy depths of the Antarctic seas, life takes on an extraordinary form. Fish confidently glide through frigid waters that sit just above freezing, where the mere thought of visiting would send shivers down our spines. To cope with these extreme conditions, many of these aquatic marvels manufacture natural antifreeze proteins in their bloodstream. This organism-level science ensures that they remain unscathed by the icy chaos that would instantly ruin a lesser creature's day. The deep ocean is a realm of enchanting oddities. Picture pale fish with translucent bodies, moving gracefully through a pitch-black expanse while starfish saunter along the frozen seabed, operating in a world where the temperature could freeze a human's skin on contact. These extraordinary beings illustrate life's unwavering persistence. For them, this seemingly hostile environment is not a death trap, but a cozy home where they've managed to carve out their existence against all odds. Now, let's explore some underwater oddities that will leave you scratching your head. Enter the mudskippers, a small fish that dares to strut its stuff on dry land. These ingenious creatures use their fins similarly to legs, hauling themselves onto mud flats when the tide decides to take a break. The sight of these fish flopping about out of water might seem absurd, but for them, it's simply another day in paradise. Not only can mudskippers conquer mud flats, but they can also breathe oxygen through both their skin and the lining of their mouths. This ability allows them to explore their muddy kingdoms for hours, hopping about and even squabbling over territory like miniature gladiators. Watching them is a delightful spectacle, each leap a tribute to their ancient ancestors, whispering tales of the monumental shift from water to land. But wait, the ocean has more tricks up its sleeve. Enter the astonishing flying squid. These aquatic acrobats perform aerial stunts that make your backyard barbecue look lame in comparison. With a powerful push from their fins, they leap out of the water and glide gracefully through the air, flapping their fins like wings. It's an impressive sight that serves as a reminder of the ocean's endless possibilities. The world beneath the waves is a veritable circus of adaptation, where creatures defy the very limits of nature. From freezing temperatures to graceful ascents into the sky, these resilient beings show us that life can thrive in the unlikeliest of environments. Life is exuberantly weird, and the ocean dances with opportunity, showcasing an evolutionary stage show that even the most imaginative storytellers couldn't dream up. What's next? Perhaps fish with flying bicycles. The bar has been raised. When squid decide to take a little leap of faith, it's a spectacular show. They shoot water out of their bodies like natural jets, propelling themselves skyward and sometimes soaring over 100 feet into the air. Imagine watching a dazzling fleet of silver fish suddenly take a flying lesson, sparkling in the sun before they make a dramatic splash back into the ocean, whether they're evading predators or just enjoying a speedy getaway. These aquatic acrobats seamlessly blur the lines between sea and sky. The giant squid was once thought to be a whimsical tale told by sailors enduring long nights at sea. Picture this: old salts huddled around a lantern, whispering stories of massive, tentacled beasts capable of dragging whole ships down to the deep with a flick of their powerful arms. For many, these stories were just superstitious nonsense, an enchanting blend of fear and imagination. But hold on to your sea hats, because the modern world began revealing surprising evidence that these giants might actually be real. Enter the scientific sleuths. Enormous sucker marks on whale bodies and mysterious tentacle remnants washing ashore gave credence to the legends. And then came the ultimate twist: actual photographs of the elusive giant squid, with eyes the size of basketballs and tentacles long enough to give a school bus a hug. this ethereal creature was no mere figment of sailors' imaginations. The existence of the giant squid transformed myths into undeniable reality. The ocean hid more than just fish and brine. But we're not done yet. Introducing the colossal squid, the true behemoth that makes its giant cousin look like a mere appetizer. This deep-sea monster has the largest eyes of any creature alive, with each one stretching up to a foot across. Imagine having dinner plate-sized peepers, crucial for catching the faint glimmer of bioluminescence in pitch darkness, out in the eerie depths of the Southern Ocean. These magnificent orbs are not just for show, they're a squid's survival toolkit. With eyes that can pick up on the subtlest hints of light, the colossal squid has an edge in the relentless pursuit of prey and the need to avoid ravenous predators like sperm whales. It's hard not to marvel at this natural engineering marvel, perfectly adapted to navigate the inky blackness of its native habitat. Each blink, if it even blinks, signals a remarkable adaptation for a life far from the sunlit surface. Just think about it when you catch a glimpse of these majestic creatures in their natural environment. You're peeking beyond the thin veil of human imagination into a world full of hidden wonders. It's a reminder that there are still mysteries lurking beneath the waves, and that some tales might just have a kernel of truth. Who would have thought that seafaring legends would hold such magnificent secrets? So, the next time you enjoy a day by the beach, know that just beneath the surface, giant squid and colossal squid are taking their celestial swims, flaunting their impressive skills. They live for the thrill of that ecstatic jump, bouncing between being denizens of the deep and actors in the drama of the sea, a true embodiment of nature's whimsical ways. The colossal squid is a creature that strikes fear in the hearts of sailors, lurking like a mysterious shadow in the ocean's depths, growing over 40 feet and adorned with tentacles sporting rotating hooks. It embodies the thrill of the unknown. Few have witnessed this elusive giant, a testament to the fact that even the largest marine monsters prefer to remain hidden, reminding us that the sea still holds secrets beyond our imagination. When envisioning giants, people often picture dinosaurs thundering across prehistoric landscapes. However, standing tall in the waters today is the blue whale, a creature that dwarfs any dinosaur ever known. Stretching up to 100 feet and weighing a staggering 200 tons, it reigns supreme in the animal kingdom. Imagine the weight of an elephant. That's just its tongue, and its mouth. It could swallow a whole bus without breaking a sweat. Talk about a whale of a mouthful. Despite its size, the diet of a blue whale is astonishingly humble. It survives on tiny shrimp like krill, which it gulps like a kid chugging juice at a birthday party. When this magnificent creature surfaces to exhale, it releases a misty plume that can shoot higher than a two-story building. Encountering a blue whale in the wild is like witnessing nature's incredible power, vast, majestic, and enough to make you hug yourself with awe. Beneath the massive blubber of the blue whale lies its heart. This isn't just any heart. It's the size of a small car, weighing over 400 pounds. Its mighty thump reverberates like an enormous drum, pumping gallons of blood through its colossal body. This slow, powerful pulse can go down to just 2 beats per minute when diving deep. But once the whale resurfaces, it quickens, being the lifeline that supports its incredible journeys across the ocean's expanses. And if you think the blue whale is just a big fish with no personality, think again. Humpback whales, relatives of the giant, are famous for their astonishing songs. These marine minstrels belt out haunting melodies that can resonate through entire ocean basins, not just random noises. These songs are structured, almost musical, and can go on for hours. It's like a concert underwater. Grab your snorkel and take a front row seat. What's even more jaw-dropping is how these low, rumbling notes travel. Underwater acoustics work wonders, allowing whale songs to reach astounding distances. It's as if the ocean itself holds its breath, eagerly listening to the mesmerizing ballads of these majestic creatures. So, get ready. In the deep blue, life is a grand show, and a whale performance might just be the highlight of your aquatic adventure. In the vast expanse of ocean blue, Whales create an enchanting symphony that can transport across thousands of miles. Picture a majestic whale belting out its best ballad in the Pacific, only to have another marine marvel in the depths of the Atlantic tune in. Scientists are convinced that these vocalizations serve multiple purposes, be it wooing potential mates, conveying messages, or sharing cultural tales passed down through generations. It's as if the ocean itself speaks back, old tunes, echoing through its watery corridors. Now, if you thought whales were the ultimate underwater crooners, wait until you meet dolphins. These clever critters have taken communication to a whole new level that would make some humans green with envy. With the repertoire that includes whistles, clicks, and chirps, dolphins don't just chat, they engage in complex conversations that researchers have marveled at for decades. It's a full-on underwater language fest. Who knew marine life was so socially savvy? Here's the real kicker. Dolphins actually have names. That's right. Each dolphin develops its own signature whistle, acting as a personalized sound that identifies them. So when they want to get someone's attention, they simply whistle their friend's catchy tune. Imagine that dolphins bustling around, their own little society all wrapped up in whistles and clicks. It's as though they're saying, "Hey, Flipper, come over here," in tones only their finned pals can understand. This vocal marvel drives home how much we underestimate the intelligence of these aquatic companions. It poses fun questions about animal self-awareness. If a dolphin knows its name and responds to it, should we still think of ourselves as the only ones in possession of identity? In the silent depths of the ocean, dolphins are far from just aimless whistlers. They're actively reaching out, ensuring their names echo through the waves. And while the conversational capabilities of dolphins are impressive, some whales take holding their breath to a whole new extreme. For us mere mortals, managing to hold our breath for a minute or two feels like hitting a world record. But Cuvier's beaked whale doesn't care about those piddly times. It plunges into the abyss, holding its breath for over 120 minutes. Talk about making a dramatic entrance. These deep-sea divers are performance artists in their own right, diving to astonishing depths of 2,000 meters with a breath control that would make any Olympic swimmer jealous. Imagine what it's like down there. While we struggle for air, these magnificent creatures are free diving, exploring the ocean's belly with the grace of a seasoned deep-sea explorer. So, whether it's the soulful tunes of a whale serenading its unknown audience or the conversing dolphins with their signature whistles, the underwater world is brimming with surprises. These are the stories and songs of our oceans, filled with personalities, connections, and remarkable talents. Next time you gaze at the water, remember you might just be looking at an underwater concert you never knew was happening. Whales are the ocean's deep diving champions. To master the art of underwater exploration, these magnificent beings pull off some impressive tricks. When it's time to dive, they dramatically slow their heart rates, conserve oxygen in their muscles, and even hit the snooze button on certain organs. With the poise of an underwater dancer, they plunge into the dark abyss, using sound to navigate their deep-sea playground while chasing squid and fish with expert precision. When it's time to head back to the surface, whales unleash an epic breath that bursts forth like a hidden treasure escaping a chest. Imagine the thrill. It's as if they're releasing the very essence of time itself. Each dive serves as a reminder that boundaries are often self-imposed. What we consider limits can be mere suggestions. Life is all about pushing the envelope, a lesson we could all embrace a little more. Of course, no discussion about sperm whales can avoid their most jaw-dropping quality, their sonorous clicks. These clicks are not just a casual chit-chat. They're louder than a jet engine revving at takeoff. Yes, that's right. When a sperm whale uses ultrasound to communicate, the sound can rocket past 200 decibels. They use these clicks like their own personal radar system, bouncing sound waves off objects in the ocean's shadows and receiving the echoes like a high-tech sonar. Talk about advanced communication. These clicks also serve another purpose, spanning the vast emptiness of the deep sea. They allow whales to pass messages through the watery blue in a chorus of underwater symphony. For humans, hearing something that powerful could feel like standing next to a jet engine on a runway. Overwhelming. But for sperm whales, it's all in a day's work, a part of their natural habitat's enchanting soundtrack, echoing through the ocean's silence like thunder on a summer evening. Now, let's float on over to another ocean wonder, the jellyfish. These squishy creatures have been drifting through the seas for over 500 million years. Yes, that's older than the earliest dinosaurs. Our gelatinous friends have seen it all, navigating a world long before forests stretched onto land. With a heritage that extends deep into Earth's timeline, their fossil evidence showcases their ancient presence in the ocean's watery realms. What makes jellyfish so enthralling is their minimalist design. No bones, no brains, and no blood. You'd think that they wouldn't last a day with such an absence of features. But that's far from the truth. These translucent wonders have endured countless mass extinctions and adapted to suit every upheaval our planet has faced. All that water content makes them delicate and ethereal. Yet their basic blueprint has remarkably persisted for 500 million years. Talk about resilience. So, next time you're at the beach or peering into an aquarium, take a moment to appreciate the remarkable stories these creatures bring with them. Both whales and jellyfish remind us of nature's diverse tapestry, who have gracefully adapted and evolved while showcasing the stunning beauty of life beneath the waves. From the loud roars of the sperm whale to the silent drift of the jellyfish, the ocean never fails to paint a vivid picture of endurance and mystery. Imagine gliding through the ocean and finding a jellyfish glowing softly, its movements mesmerizing like a living dream. These creatures seem to time travel, transporting us back to the planet's youth when jellyfish floated freely and ruled the waters. Watching them drift is like seeing a living piece of history, a reminder of the tenacity and magical resilience of marine life. It's as if the jellyfish is inviting us to appreciate the mysteries of the ocean's heart. Now, among these mesmerizing drifters, the immortal jellyfish stands out, a true marvel of nature. Teratopsis dohrnii can flip the script on aging as if it's had one too many of those miracle youth potions. When facing distress or impending doom, it bypasses the whole growing old business and reverts back to a younger life stage. Talk about a second chance. While they don't exactly live forever due to predators and health risks, the prospect of biological immortality is mind-boggling. If jellyfish can ditch their old age like an outdated sweater, what ingenious secrets must they hold? Let's not forget the fabulous Portuguese man-o'-war, which looks like your average jellyfish on vacation, but is, in fact, a zesty ensemble of tiny critters popping together in a harmonious colony. Think of it as a dazzling, aquatic flash mob, each member expertly choreographed for particular duties. Some are in charge of eating, others are pros at reproduction, and others still provide the all-important defense. With no need for solo acts, they thrive in teamwork, stretching over 100 feet. Venomous tendrils and all. Not blessed with a brain, heart, or skeleton, the man-o'-war relies on collective ingenuity to dominate the ocean's culinary scene. Imagine this floating extravaganza expertly immobilizing its lunch with precision and then sweeping it into its charmingly shared digestive system. It's a grand reminder that collaboration is key sometimes. Even the weak can prevail just by becoming part of an impressive ensemble. A little teamwork goes a long way in the ocean, where brutal survival is a daily drama. The complexities don't stop there. It turns out, some fish can also throw a curveball when it comes to gender. Yes, you heard that right. In the vibrant underwater world, these slippery fellows can swap their gender roles, an evolutionary plot twist that adds even more excitement to their life narrative. Whether under the command of social dynamics or population needs, they transition as gracefully as a performer in a stage play, ensuring that the aquatic drama keeps unfolding. As you explore the vast blue, you can't help but appreciate that what seems ordinary is, in fact, extraordinary. From the immortal jellyfish, defying the march of time, to the collective strength of the man-o'-war, who needs superheroes when the ocean teems with incredible organisms. Each encounter underscores the enchantment of nature, where life continually adapts and innovates in ways we can only begin to comprehend. In the depths of the ocean, identity dances like a wave, ever-changing and dynamic. Many fish species switch genders as effortlessly as you change clothes. Take the clownfish, for instance, living in cozy groups ruled by a matriarch. If the top female kicks the bucket, the biggest male steps up, transforming into her. It's like an undersea soap opera where gender roles are flipped to ensure the group keeps swimming on. Then there are the wrasses, who don't mess around when it comes to survival. These fish can flip from female to male, like changing a light bulb, whenever the situation calls for it. This biological magic isn't just a quirky habit. It's a strategic move to keep their community thriving amidst shifting circumstances. The ocean really shows us how adaptable life can be, whether you're a clownfish or a tedious office worker wishing for a change. Now, speaking of adaptability, clownfish have taken partnership to a whole new level with sea anemones. These brightly striped fish are best buddies with their stingy companions. While those tentacles would zap most fish straight away, clownfish glide through them like they're living the high life during a spa day. They enjoy a protective home while helping keep their anemone partner spick and span together. They create an enviable duo, showcasing the power of symbiosis over sheer competition. It's fascinating how this relationship paints survival in a whole new hue. Instead of battling it out in a shark versus fish drama, the clownfish and anemone demonstrate that sometimes teamwork triumphs over the solitary struggle. Watching these colorful characters zip around their waving underwater gardens reminds us that collaboration is crucial even when you're a fish in a vast ocean. On a grander scale, consider that sharks have been around since the age of dinosaurs, actually, way before trees even got into the game. With a history of more than 400 million years, these toothy warriors were cruising the deep blue before forests became the norm. While the world above metamorphosed into lush greenery, sharks continued to reign supreme beneath the waves like the ultimate aquatic rock stars. Isn't it mind-blowing to think that while one part of the earth flourished with trees, another was ruled by these ancient predators? Sharks weren't merely adapting to their environment, they were defining it. With their streamlined bodies and fierce reputation, they carved out their niche long before any land critters could claim theirs. From primordial oceans to contemporary waters, sharks remind us of life's endurance and the fascinating weave of nature's tapestry. The ocean truly serves as a grand stage where evolution showcases its wonders. Whether through gender-swapping clownfish or ancient sharks that predate our tallest trees, each creature plays a role in this intricate drama of life. Next time you're near the water, remember the fabulous tales of transformation and alliance brewing beneath the surface. Who knew the ocean held such tales of camaraderie and change? Talk about making a splash. Sharks have been the ocean's ultimate survivors, thriving through mass extinctions and outlasting the dinosaurs by millions of years. As the continents drifted and climates shifted, these magnificent creatures adapted effortlessly. Their bodies honed by evolution into forms so effective they've remained remarkably unchanged for hundreds of millions of years. When you catch a glimpse of a shark gliding gracefully through the aquatic depths today, you're witnessing a living fossil, showcasing a natural design that has conquered the ages. In the watery realm, sharks are the undisputed champions of scent. Did you know some can sniff out a single drop of blood in an Olympic swimming pool? That's right, their nostrils aren't just for show. They're lined with special sensory cells so fine-tuned that they can pick up on minute chemical signals wafting through the water. This extraordinary sense enables them to hunt down wounded prey in the vast, murky depths, their own version of a moral compass guiding them straight to dinner. With the ocean often resembling a dimly lit labyrinth, a shark's legendary sniffer becomes a vital tool for surviving. The ocean, despite its vastness, reveals itself in traces of life to those that know how to seek it out. For sharks, their sense of smell transforms the underwater world into a rich tapestry of information, essentially allowing them to see through scent, It's like having an oceanic GPS, guiding them to their next meal or alerting them to potential mates. Evolution truly knows how to play the long game. But wait, there's more. In the mystical realm of the deep sea, certain species of sharks practically turn into disco balls. Sharks like the lantern shark dazzle with a bioluminescent glow that shimmers along their bellies, while many conjure images of glimmering jellyfish when thinking of glow-in-the-dark sea life. These stunning sharks light up their own underwater stage, blending seamlessly into the diffused glow from above to dodge would-be predators lurking below. Their glowing patterns are not just for show, they serve practical purposes too. These vibrant stripes could be the ultimate communication tool between sharks, whether signaling mates to join them for a late-night swim or issuing warnings to rivals exploring their territory. In a world where sunlight seldom kisses the deep ocean floor, these glowing sharks craft their very own beacon of light, turning the darkness into their playground. Imagine the magic of these bioluminescent sharks, casting their soft glow over the depths where no sunlight dares to reach. The ocean's own torchbearers, lighting up the murky waters while simultaneously becoming invisible to sneaky predators lurking beneath. It's like nature's version of a ninja skill, effortlessly slipping through shadows while becoming both predator and prey, all with the flick of a bioluminescent switch. So, the next time you think of the ocean's fiercest inhabitants, remember that sharks are more than just toothy beasts. They are ancient survivors equipped with extraordinary senses and clever tricks. In a world constantly changing around them, these remarkable creatures have not only endured but have thrived. Their story is a testament to nature's incredible ability to adapt, survive, and shine brightly, even in the darkest depths of the ocean. In the deep, mysterious ocean, scientists are just scratching the surface of understanding the glowing wonders lurking in the abyss. Picture a predator gliding serenely, its body glowing a ghostly blue, epitomizing the ocean's uncanny ability to astonish us. Among its most exotic inhabitants is the Greenland shark, quietly haunting the icy North Atlantic waters. And it's not just any fish. This leviathan can live for over 400 years. These sharks are practically ancient mariners, swimming in a time warp that includes the era of Shakespeare and the genius of Leonardo da Vinci. Just think about it. While you've been binge-watching your favorite shows, the Greenland shark has been occupying its own, slow-moving world for centuries. With a leisurely lifestyle fueled by a metabolism as slow as molasses, they glide through their icy home, losing track of time while conserving energy like pros. Growing at a leisurely pace of just a few centimeters per year, these colossal sharks can eventually reach lengths exceeding 20 feet. To envision such a creature, silently drifting beneath the Arctic ice for centuries, is to glimpse a living relic of time itself, showcasing the slow dance of nature amidst the swirling currents of the ocean. But lurking elsewhere in the vast sea, the hammerhead shark presents an entirely different spectacle. With its signature wide, hammer-shaped head, this shark looks like it sprung straight from an artist's imagination. This unique design isn't mere folly, it's a functional masterpiece. The hammerhead's bizarre head contributes to its incredible stereo vision, allowing it to get a panoramic view of its surroundings, transforming it into a hunting genius. With eyes placed strategically on either side of its head, the hammerhead sees more of the world around it, overlapping its sight to gauge distance like a well-calibrated machine. This enhanced vision aids in tracking down prey with utmost precision, making every dive through the water an artful hunt. Additionally, their expansive heads conceal special sensory organs, enabling them to detect minute electrical signals emitted by other creatures, like a hidden treasure map revealing fish nestled in sandy beds. Moving seamlessly through the deep, the hammerheads marry elegance with fierce awareness as they navigate their aquatic domain. This exceptional predator embodies the perfect blend of looks and lethal efficiency, proving once again that even in the peculiar design of nature, there's a method to the madness of evolution. It's not just survival, it's an adventure unfolding in the depths of the ocean. Once upon a time, A colossal beast roamed the prehistoric waters, a predator so massive that even the great white shark looked like a goldfish in comparison. Meet the megalodon, a shark that grew to a staggering 60 feet long. Imagine jaws powerful enough to crunch the bones of whales. Talk about dental insurance nightmares. Fossilized teeth, some the size of a human hand, are scattered across shores, leaving us in awe of this underwater giant's legacy. For a solid 20 million years, megalodons ruled their watery kingdom, striking fear into the hearts of many swimmers if only they knew. However, as the Earth's climate took a turn and competition swam onto the scene, the reign of the megalodon ended in extinction about 3 million years ago. No matter how long it's been, the idea of a bus-sized shark prowling the seas still sends shivers down our spines. Despite the megalodon's disappearance, its sensational legend lingers on like an urban myth, except cooler. In fact, if you stroll along certain beaches, you might just stumble upon ancient treasures in the form of giant teeth washed ashore. It's like a mini treasure hunt that combines both history and a slight fear of what else might be lurking in the depths. Some modern fish, with all their ancient quirks, continue to hold secrets from the oceans of yore. Take the coelacanth, for instance. This quirky lobe-finned fish, which was believed to have gone extinct 65 million years ago, decided to show up alive and well off South Africa's coast in 1938. Looking almost identical to its ancient relatives from hundreds of millions of years ago, this fish's bizarre fins resemble primitive limbs, hinting at the evolutionary leap from the water to solid ground. Talk about a blast from the past. Other fishy characters like sturgeon and hagfish also sport features reminiscent of early vertebrates. These living fossils remind us that evolution isn't on a strict schedule. While some species zoom through their evolutionary changes, others remain frozen in time, grasping onto their ancient traits like a stubborn grandparent refusing to change their hairstyle. It's as if some creatures got the memo on adaptation, while others decided to keep it classic. But the ocean isn't just a stage for remarkable fish, it's also a treasure chest of hidden energy. Far beneath the waves lies a reservoir of frozen methane, locked up in what scientists call methane hydrates. Think of it as nature's version of an energy storage unit. These bizarre formations look like ice but turn fiery when met with flame. It's a testament to the wildness beneath the surface, where energy waits, biding its time like a sleeping giant. Beneath the tranquil waves lies a treasure trove of frozen carbon hydrates, a potential energy source that could rival all known fossil fuels combined. Imagine a world where the ocean serves as both a ticking climate time bomb and a frosty fuel pantry, all depending on temperature changes. These slippery little guys, tucked away in deep sediments and chilly continental slopes, are like the world's best-kept secret. But beware, switch up the temperature, and they could launch a greenhouse gas party that would ridiculously warm the planet. But wait, there's more chaos brewing under the surface. Picture the ocean floor as a dramatic stage for underwater landslides, a not-so-small culprit behind those epic tsunamis that keep us on our toes. While we usually blame earthquakes for these monstrous waves, the ocean hosts its own thrill rides. When steep submarine canyons give way, mountains of sediment roll down, displacing water faster than you can say surf's up. The result, tsunamis. Their dramatic origins lost in the deep blue. One particularly historic underwater escapade was the Stoga slide off Norway's coast, sending cataclysmic waves soaring hundreds of feet high into the North Atlantic thousands of years ago. Imagine the beachgoers back then just trying to enjoy a sunny day when suddenly, bam, a tsunami crashes through, shaking things up like a wild summer party. Today, these underwater avalanches still happen, but you'd be hard-pressed to notice unless you have a deep-sea listening device nearby. Who would have thought the ocean was such a drama queen? Meanwhile, the ocean floor acts like a massive historical timeline, etched by Earth's magnetic field in what looks like colorful stripes. It's as if the ocean took memory lane to a whole new level. As molten rock gushes upward at mid-ocean ridges, tiny magnetic minerals get their groove on, aligning like dancers in a magnificently choreographed performance. When the lava cools, these mini compasses lock in place, freezing the magnetic history of our planet. Now that's what I call starlight. Memories. So next time you're at the beach, take a moment to appreciate the hustle and bustle below the waves. That calm surface belies a world of commotion and change lurking just beneath. The ocean is a living, breathing entity, transforming, shifting, and ensuring no one ever gets too cozy on land. It's a reminder that even while we sunbathe, the ocean's wild side is waiting to pull a surprise party on us at any moment. In this watery world, the balance between danger and potential energy is delicately intertwined. The hydrates offer us a glimpse of a future filled with energy possibilities if only we learn to work with them. But take heed, nature is not to be trifled with. The stable climate we know also relies heavily on these hidden treasures, which, if unleashed prematurely, could lead to quite the fiery situation for Earth's cozy atmosphere. What a paradox! So, as we dive into the future, let's keep our eyes on the ocean floor, where science fiction meets reality in a fluid dance of caution and opportunity. Who knows what other secrets lie out there, just waiting to rock the climate or fuel our dreams. In the end, we're all part of this epic oceanic saga, from the surface to the scientists, each wave carrying whispers of adventure and caution, like a soap opera that never really gets cancelled. Over millions of years, the Earth's magnetic field has played a game of musical chairs with the poles, flipping them every now and then. Picture this. The seafloor has taken diligent notes throughout these antics, etching patterns into the rocks that resemble a bizarre zebra crossing. These alternating stripes aren't just pretty decorations. They're a living memoir of how the continents are not lazy giants but rather shuffling dancers, relentlessly moving and reshaping the world as we know it. When scientists finally donned their explorer hats and mapped out these patterns, they uncovered thrilling evidence of Earth's geological drama. Who would have thought that the ocean floor was more like a storybook than a barren wasteland? Each stripe carries the tale of the shifting magnetic poles and wandering continents, illustrating a narrative that stretches back over eons in an epic saga under the waves. This deeply layered history reminds us that Earth is in constant flux, bustling with secrets waiting to be unveiled. Now, let's dive deeper, shall we? Down in the ocean's depths, amid volcanic ridges, we find peculiar chimneys known as black smokers. These aren't your ordinary smokestacks. They're nature's very own underwater forges, belching out incredibly hot water, hotter than molten lead. These vents spew forth metallic-rich fluids, which when they meet the sea, cool down and transform into magnificent clouds of minerals that look suspiciously like smoke. It's a wild, bubbling cauldron that's doing wonders for the seafloor. But wait, there's a party happening right around these black smokers. Life thrives in an environment that seems straight out of a sci-fi movie. Imagine giant tube worms, clams, and energetic shrimp all getting ready for an underwater buffet. They feast on bacteria that have learned to harness the minerals from the vents as their own culinary magic. In the absence of sunlight, this unique ecosystem is powered by the Earth's fiery belly, reminding us that nature often finds a way to thrive where we'd least expect it. As we plunge further into the dark abyss known as the deep sea, we realize it's Earth's biggest habitat, overshadowing our familiar forests and deserts. This underwater realm, starting from around 200 meters beneath the waves, extends across more than half the planet's surface and delves down miles deep into uncharted territories. Within these shadowy depths dwell countless species, many of which remain strangers to us, each uniquely adapted to endure the dark, pressure-filled surroundings. The deep ocean is not just a void but a vibrant, eerie world of constant motion. Imagine slow currents lazily sweeping nutrients across miles of seabed while creatures that resemble sci-fi fantasies flit about in ways that defy imagination. Life here has evolved to fit into niches so different from terrestrial realms that it's like another universe entirely. If you think your backyard is interesting, Just wait until you step into this underwater roller coaster. So, the next time you gaze out at the ocean, remember that beneath the tranquil waves lies a dynamic tapestry of life and history, from magnetic stripes that document Earth's past to vibrant ecosystems thriving in extreme conditions. The ocean's depths are teeming with secrets and surprises yet to be discovered. It's a reminder that even in the most challenging environments, life continues to rise, twist, and turn. Much like our everyday calamities, the deep sea is like a mysterious underwater jungle, filled with creatures that would make even the bravest adventurers reconsider their career choices. Imagine drifting through this hidden wilderness, where glowing jellyfish and massive squids roam, illuminated by the faint light of bioluminescent wonders. What's truly stunning is how little we know about this vast ecosystem, making it an even more intriguing realm to explore in our imaginations. Among the bizarre inhabitants, the anglerfish steals the spotlight with its glamorous, glowing lure. Picture this creature waving its personal flashlight in the dark, like a fishy magician, casting a spell on unsuspecting prey. The light comes courtesy of special bacteria that live in a pouch on its head. The anglerfish flickers its charming lantern, inviting curious critters to investigate, only to swallow them faster than you can say dinner's ready. But don't be fooled by its clever ruse. In the deep ocean, this glinting allure is all about survival. Some anglerfish can even play with their lure's brightness, flicking it on and off as if they have their own dimmer switch. It's a fairy tale of nature, where light becomes both a tool and a trap in the darkness. Talk about an inventive way to throw a dinner party. Then there's the fangtooth fish, a pint-sized nightmare swimming through the shadows, with teeth so large they barely fit in its mouth. This fish looks like a creature straight out of a horror film, or at least a ghastly prop from a Halloween bash. Its exquisite design, however, is a survival strategy, with razor-sharp teeth that ensure no prey stands a chance, even though these little terrorizers typically measure only about 6 inches long. Their toothy grins could give any larger predator a run for their money. Imagine being a snack for the fangtooth in the dark, where food is as rare as a shiny penny in a fountain. In this eerie abyss, the fangtooth's adaptations make all the difference. Its fierce appearance and sharp tools for hunting might make it look tough, but in the end, it's simply trying to survive in the unforgiving ocean depths. Life in the deep sea paints a vivid picture of resilience and creativity, from shimmering lights to monstrous teeth. These fantastic adaptations illustrate how life can find a way, even in the most extreme environments. It's a realm where survival demands extraordinary strategies, proving that sometimes the oddest features become the most ingenious survival tools. Deep beneath the surface, the ocean is a treasure trove of unimaginable creatures, and among them is the remarkable gulper eel. This long and slender creature is like a nightmare wrapped in elegance, with a mouth that expands to an outrageous size. It's as if it was designed for the sole purpose of gulping down anything that crosses its path. Think of it as a vacuum cleaner designed for the ocean depths, perfect for those unpredictable meals that lurk in the shadows. When a gulper eel spots its next meal, it prepares to perform its party trick. The vast jaws open wide enough to create a pit of darkness. It's like watching a black hole in action. Imagine being a fish blissfully swimming along only to find yourself in the midst of an uninvited feeding frenzy. The gulper's ability to swallow prey even larger than itself is a sight to behold. One moment you're just nibbling on coral, and the next, you've been gobbled whole. Now, if you think the gulper eel is a master of deception, wait until you meet the anglerfish, with teeth as sharp as tiny daggers and a mouth that could swallow your ego whole. This little predator possesses a glowing lure that dangles mischievously from its forehead. It's the equivalent of using a neon sign to announce free snacks here. How can any fish resist that alluring glow? Many won't, and that's the tragic comedy unfolding in the depths. The anglerfish's lure is a work of art, courtesy of bioluminescent bacteria that light up the darkness like an underwater disco ball. As smaller fish swim eagerly toward the shimmering light, they're met with the rude awakening of becoming dinner. And those poor boy anglerfish, they're not just on the hunt. They're busy playing the game of life where being tiny and clingy is a strategy. When the tiny males find a female, they fuse to her, becoming little more than a permanent source of sperm. Talk about a relationship gone wrong. In this world of deep-sea drama, accommodations are peculiar and hilarious. While the females munch on fish, the males are existentially committed, literally tied to survival. The anglerfish brilliantly showcases the bizarre and sometimes absurd strategies life can take in the ocean's depths. Where evolution doesn't hold back, it's a brilliant reminder that nature thrives when things get weird. And as if the gulper eel and anglerfish weren't enough, some deep-sea dwellers go even further, taking transparency to a whole new level. Imagine creatures made of nothing but glass literally. These transparent beings glide gracefully through the water, reflecting an otherworldly presence with every movement. With camouflage that makes them invisible to predators, they're the ultimate escape artists in the aquatic world. Together, these extraordinary sea denizens paint a picture of the ocean that straddles the line between awe and horror. From the gulper eel's insatiable appetite to the anglerfish's crafty light show, the deep sea is a wild buffet of oddities. Each strange creature reminds us just how adaptable life can be, even if it means taking on forms that would leave most of us scratching our heads in disbelief. In the ocean's mysterious depths, the concept of camouflage takes center stage, showcasing bizarre and stunning life forms. Picture this: deep-sea creatures that are practically invisible, shimmering in their transparent glory. Some jellyfish are so clear that you can spot their internal organs glowing softly inside. And let's not forget the glass squid, where all you see are its hauntingly shadowy eyes peeking out from an almost entirely see-through body. It's like an eerie magic trick that ensures they escape hungry predators in the unyielding dark. Now, imagine wandering through a realm devoid of sunlight, where survival hinges on not being seen. That's right, transparency is like the ultimate invisibility cloak for these marine inhabitants. They drift through the abyss like elegant phantoms, further enhancing the ocean's allure. You can practically hear the water whispering as these ghostly beings glide by, illustrating nature's playful yet cunning approach to survival. What a wild place to be. Right. However, the dark depths hold more than just transparency. Some creatures have taken a completely different approach to camouflage. Meet the ultra-black fish. These formidable fellows have evolved skin that devours light, absorbing over 99% of it, which makes them nearly invisible. Even when surrounded by bioluminescent neighbors shining their lights like party lights at a rave, these fish melt into the darkness. It's like they've become black holes of stealth, leaving predators scratching their heads in baffled confusion. This living velvet skin acts as their cloak, scattering light inward and ensuring that nothing reflects back. It's a high-stakes game of hide and seek, where they need to dodge potential dangers lurking in the deep with the precision of stealthy ninjas. The quest for survival is no joke, especially when you're a fish outsmarting predators while maintaining stylishly understated glam. Moving deeper into the ocean's secrets, you might be astonished to learn that more treasures lie beneath the waves than the Earth's gold mines could ever offer. That's right, the bottom of the ocean is laden with gold, a treasure trove glittering in the vastness. Who knew that while you're struggling with the price of jewelry at the store, there's an underwater gold rush happening just beneath the waves? Talk about a hidden fortune. Despite the darkness and expansive mystery, this vibrant underwater world pulsates with life and precious resources, just waiting to be discovered. It's a curious mix of beauty and danger, with creatures and minerals coexisting in an epic underwater ballet. So while your friends are scouring yard sales for treasure, you might just want to take a dive into the ocean instead. Who knows what wonders both strange and valuable await beneath the surface. Picture this: lurking beneath the endless blue waves is a staggering 20 million tons of gold. Yes, you heard that right. But before you start packing your treasure map, hold on. Each liter of seawater has just a pinch of this glittering metal, literally a few billionths of a gram. So, while the ocean boasts vast riches, Extracting even a smidge feels like a science fiction escape, with modern technology still just a wet dream away. The real treasure hunt lies in the deep, scattered remains of an estimated 3 million shipwrecks. Think about it, the remains of ancient wooden vessels and modern steel giants lying silently beneath the surface, each a time capsule filled with history. Some sank in storms, others in battles, while more took a leisurely plunge without so much as a goodbye. These ghostly ship graveyards, laden with tales, offer inspiration and a hint of adventure to anyone brave enough to explore their secrets. Imagine diving among these underwater relics. What a surreal experience. Divers often speak of the odd tranquility enveloping their explorations, like walking through someone else's memory. The eerie calm makes it easy to forget that these are the resting places of battles fought and lives led. From gold coins to pottery and tools, each artifact has a story to tell, connecting us to the glorious past that time has almost swallowed whole. But wait, with time comes preservation in the cold embrace of the deep. Surprisingly, marine conditions can keep shipwrecks intact for centuries. Those icy depths and the absence of oxygen become the ultimate preservation team, while wooden ships above ground might crumble within years. Those deep-sea treasures remain miraculously well kept. Images of sea turtles frolicking around rusted hulls create a harmonious blend of nature and history, much like an underwater museum. Amid these underwater monuments, some wrecks have bravely transformed into vibrant artificial reefs. Their skeletal remains are now bustling with aquatic life, providing safe havens for colorful fish, corals, and curious sea turtles. It's a fierce reminder of how life finds a way to flourish, even amid remnants of human endeavors. Truly, the ocean is an eternal custodian, holding the secrets of our adventures in its gentle, pulsating embrace. Every dive into these sunken worlds feels like connecting with the past, echoing memories of human exploration. The ocean embodies a dual persona, a graveyard of lost journeys and a guardian of time. As divers, marine enthusiasts, or even casual beachgoers, we can't help but marvel at the stories written in barnacles and coral-encrusted vessels. The uncharted waters remind us there's much about our humanity still waiting to be discovered, right beneath our very feet. Deep beneath the waves off the coast of Sweden lies the majestic 16th century warship, the Vasa, raised from the seabed in nearly pristine condition. Its wooden timbers remain robust even after spending more than 300 years under the ocean's caress. When it emerged, it was like pulling a giant, time-traveling snack from the depths. Imagine the tales it could tell. The sea does have a way of keeping secrets until the moment is just right for discovery. Not just ships, but entire cities are like hidden gems waiting to be revealed in the ocean's depths. Picture the ancient city of Thermain off the coast of Egypt, which was once a bustling, vibrant port with lively markets and grand temples. Yet, the relentless land shift swallowed it whole, leaving behind a trove of stone columns and statues submerged underwater for over a millennium. It's as if those once crowded streets are just behind a shimmering curtain of water, waiting for someone to dive into their history. Greece, too, boasts its own submerged marvels with the ruins of Pavlo-Petri. This Bronze Age town, which sank into the sea around 3,000 years ago, offers a surreal experience. Imagine gliding through its ghostly streets and peering into doorways that once welcomed life, now home to the silence of the sea. Divers who venture here depict it as wandering through a dreamscape of history, emphasizing the delicate nature of human settlements against the unyielding force of the ocean. While the ocean is renowned for its erasing abilities, it's equally a master of preservation. Echoes of civilizations linger in its depths, frozen moments of life that once thrived along the sandy shores. The underwater world unveils a narrative of fragility, whispering stories of what was as we glide through the memories anchored in the seabed, evoking a sense of wonder rooted deeply in human curiosity. Mystique and intrigue surround the Bermuda Triangle, a region infamous for tales of mystery and inexplicable happenings. conveniently nestled between Florida, Bermuda, and Puerto Rico. This maritime enigma has captivated sailors and pilots for centuries. Stories abound of compasses swirling in chaos, ominous storms brewing out of nowhere, and ships disappearing like a magic trick gone wrong. It's the kind of place where legends thrive, fueled by a maddening mix of fear and fascination. Despite various explanations ranging from natural phenomena like unpredictable weather patterns and fierce currents, the Bermuda Triangle remains shrouded in mystery. It's as if the ocean itself is playing hide and seek with the truth, each disappearance adding a new chapter to the rich tapestry of tales woven throughout maritime history. The combination of fear, adventure, and uncertainty keeps our imaginations running wild, breathing life into centuries-old myths. As you ponder the wonders submerged in the world's oceans, it's hard not to feel a sense of thrill. From grand ships and lost cities to the enigma of the Bermuda Triangle, it's a reminder of the ocean's dual role as both destroyer and keeper of stories. Just beneath the surface, layers of history and mystery await, promising whispers of the past and a hint of the stories that could unfold if only we dare to venture deeper. Peering out over the vast blue of the Bermuda Triangle, one is struck by the ocean's tantalizing mystery. It stands as an emblem of the unknown, where adventures linger in every swell and wave. Is it merely a trap for unlucky sailors, or does it veil deeper secrets? Gazing afar, one can't help but ponder what magical or monstrous surprises lurk beneath the surface of those restless waters, waiting to be discovered or feared. Yet, beneath this watery expanse lies a world of unseen currents that have been on a leisurely stroll for thousands of years. Think of it as nature's own lazy river, casually flowing under the ocean's surface. This global conveyor belt, devoid of any signage, transports cold, dense water from the poles, gradually working its way around the globe. Imagine a single droplet of water setting off on a millennium-long voyage. It's like an epic quest, but without any cell service or snacks. These currents, while they may be slow, are powerful forces shaping our planet. They carry essential nutrients, heat, and even some sass, connecting every ocean to one another in a harmonious ebb and flow. As you picture that solitary drop of water wandering across the sea, it's as though you can feel the very heartbeat of the earth, pumping life and mystery into the oceans like an eternal drumbeat echoing through the abyss. Now, let's talk tides, those rhythmic oscillations of water that dance like they're auditioning for a marine ballet. Twice a day, the sea rises and falls, thanks to the moon doing its best impersonation of a cosmic puppet master. The gravitational pull from the moon tugs at Earth's oceans, making them bulge and sway as the planet twirls. It's a celestial choreography that happens without fail, reminding us just how interconnected we are with the cosmos. And don't forget about the sun, which joins the party. Depending on its position, the sun can make tides stronger or more subdued, giving the ocean a bit of a mood swing. This tidal ballet shapes our coastlines, enriching tidal marshes, and laying the groundwork for life along the shore. It's like a never-ending buffet, where crabs, clams, and the occasional confused shorebird have to adjust their schedules for the great feast. Who knew they were such sticklers for punctuality? So, while the Bermuda Triangle remains a spectacle of intrigue, it's the unobtrusive forces of nature that truly steal the show. The delicate balance of tides and swirling currents weaves a tapestry of life and mystery, reminding us that there's so much going on beneath the surface. Every splash, every ripple, is part of a story that's been unfolding for eons, binding the universe with a wink and a wave. Who knows what tales lurk in those depths, waiting for someone brave or perhaps foolish to explore. Tides have been the eternal guide for sailors, like cosmic GPS, helping determine the perfect moments to leave the harbor or navigate risky shallows. Picture yourself on a sun-soaked beach, watching the gentle retreat of the water, only to have it charge back with gusto. It's as if the moon itself is giving our planet a tender tug, a playful reminder of how we're all connected to the stars. King tides, the most dramatic of tides that can make coastlines disappear faster than your snack at a movie theater. occurring a handful of times each year. They're the result of a celestial lineup involving the Sun, Moon, and Earth. When these celestial bodies align just so, they pull the oceans higher than ever, flooding streets, engulfing roads, and transforming beaches into intriguing water playgrounds. Coastal dwellers see king tides as a theatrical preview of the future could rising. Sea levels be on the way. When king tides hit, they turn ordinary life upside down, and that's when the photographers come out in droves, armed with cameras. They capture jaw-dropping scenes of waves flirting with city streets, sometimes even claiming them outright. It's an awe-inspiring sight, watching the ocean make its bold move, reminding us that the boundary between land and sea is as wobbly as a toddler taking its first steps. Then there are tsunamis. Now that's a whole different kind of ocean drama. When nature decides to throw a tantrum, such as a big earthquake or a landslide, massive waves are born. And we're talking about waves that traverse oceans like they own the place. While your average surf may be a casual roller, tsunamis cruise across the water at speeds that would leave a jet plane green with envy around 500 miles per hour. You might not even see a tsunami's true power from a distance. They look like gentle swells in the open ocean, hardly threatening. But wait till they hit shallower waters. Suddenly, those innocent waves morph into towering monsters that can send shivers down spines. Picture a wave that once casually floated along, now growing into a formidable wall of water, leaving you breathless and very wet. And let's not forget the storm surges, those sneaky little ocean bays that can raise sea levels higher than any two-story house. It's as if Mother Nature decides to pour from an oversized bucket, and the ocean surges in a grand splash, reminding us of her mighty presence. Storm surges are just another playful pulse of the ocean, showing that its moods can change in an instant, and it's always ready to show off its power when deemed necessary, creating quite the spectacle along coastlines. When powerful storms roar across the ocean, they can unleash a beast known as a storm surge. This is where the sea, full of sass and fury, decides to invade the land, sometimes climbing higher than the rooftops of homes like an overzealous beachgoer trying to plant their umbrella too close to the water. This dramatic rise isn't your everyday tide. It crashes onto the shores with wild abandon, often accompanied by relentless rain that makes you wish you invested in a good pair of waterproof boots. During hurricanes, these surges show off their destructive side, sweeping through towns like an uninvited party guest, toppling seawalls, and erasing charming coastlines overnight. For those living near the beach, it's like watching a calm ocean suddenly morph into a raging monster in just a few hours, reminding everyone that nature doesn't do subtle. There's a thrill about the ocean's dynamic nature, a feeling that the boundary between land and sea is merely a guideline, one that can change on a whim. The sheer power of these waves can be mind-blowing. Imagine a colossal wave, an oceanic heavyweight, crashing down with all its might, releasing more energy than a small nuclear blast. It's like Mother Nature flexing her muscles, showcasing her strength in a way that leaves you in awe. Whether it's a tsunami making headlines or a hidden rogue wave popping up unexpectedly, these watery giants are nature's way of asserting dominance. Researchers have found that they don't just measure these waves by their towering heights, but by the sheer energy they unleash. Even the most sophisticated human structures pale in comparison to the ocean's might. There's something almost poetic in this. While humanity often turns to weapons and machinery for power, the ocean simply moves, a synchronized dance of nature expressing its rhythm like a maestro conducting an orchestra. Feeling the ground shudder beneath those powerful waves is a humbling experience. It's a vivid reminder of our tiny place in this vast world. Picture the Pacific Ocean, a sprawling entity larger than all the continents combined, spanning an unbelievable 60 million square miles. It's so enormous that trying to comprehend it is like trying to count the stars, an exercise in awe and wonder. From Asia to the Americas, the Pacific beckons like an ancient giant, embodying vastness that challenges the imagination. The ocean, with its endless horizons and secrets lurking beneath, shows us that while we may build skyscrapers and cities, This grand canvas of water starkly reminds us of the fragile interplay of power between nature and humanity. In a world where we often chase after the next big thing, the Pacific stands still, an eternal testament to what true power looks like. The Pacific Ocean is truly colossal, dwarfing all the continents combined. Imagine a boundless expanse with countless islands hidden within its depths, where deep trenches cradle ecosystems that thrive in utter silence and mystery. Picture yourself navigating its vastness, where even modern vessels would take weeks to cross its widest stretch. For ages, this mighty ocean has been a barrier, transforming its islands into isolated paradises waiting to be discovered. Even in our advanced age, much of the Pacific remains an enigma. It's like that quirky uncle who you keep hearing rumblings about but never quite get to know. Astronauts looking down from space can't help but be awestruck by its mesmerizing blue expanse that stretches nearly unbroken around our planet. This isn't just any body of water, it's a whole universe in itself. Water emerges as the true sovereign of Earth's surface, waving its royal banner proudly. Now, let's dive into the Atlantic, born from dramatic geological theatrics. Picture an ancient supercontinent called Pangaea, where all landmasses huddle together like best buddies. Over time, tectonic forces yank them apart, creating a growing rift that morphed into the Atlantic Ocean. It's like the ultimate game of the floor is lava, but in reverse. Today, if you peek at the mid-Atlantic ridge, you'd see fresh sea floor forming as molten rock bubbles up, pushing continents apart like siblings fighting over the last cookie. As the Atlantic expands a few inches every year, it reshapes our maps and our perceptions. Can you imagine continents drifting like lazy rafts over millions of years? The ocean we recognize today is relatively young in the grand timeline of geology, always adjusting, always stretching its arms out in a fresh embrace of the surrounding lands. It's a cheerful reminder that change is the only constant, be it oceans or our daily lives. Switching gears, let's chat about the Indian Ocean, peculiar and captivating in its own right. Unlike its fellow oceans, which sway to steady beats, the Indian Ocean dances to the tunes of monsoon rhythms. With their seasonal exchanges, the winds whip up a frenzy that sets the ocean's mood, leaving it fluctuating and revitalized. This wild personality makes it unlike any other water body, forging deep ties with the cultures that flourish along its coasts. The Indian Ocean doesn't just sit there, it breathes and pulses with life. It serves as a vital artery for trade, recreation, and ecological biodynamics. Just imagine fishermen casting their nets while boats bob on its waves, all to the musical backdrop of raging monsoon winds and seasonal tempests. This interplay adds an extra layer of intrigue to its kaleidoscopic wonders, making it a cherished wild child of the world's oceans. These oceans, each with their quirks and traits, reflect the wonders of our planet. Their myriad colors and complexities remind us of the intertwined tales in Earth's ongoing saga. Whether it's the majestic Pacific, the ever-expanding Atlantic, or the rhythm of the Indian Ocean, it's clear that these waters hold more than just H2O. They cradle stories, adventures, and mysteries waiting to unfold. So here's to oceans, the ultimate storytellers of our planet. As summer rolls in, it's the time of year when Mother Nature decides to turn the heat up. Warm air blankets the land, coaxing those delightful moist ocean winds to sweep inland. This isn't just a weather show, it's a monsoon extravaganza that showers everyone from tropical jungles to bustling cities with life-sustaining rains. While we might complain about getting soaked, billions of people are grateful for that refreshing downpour that keeps the wheels of agriculture and commerce spinning. Then comes winter, and oh boy, what a switcheroo. The winds flip, like someone hit the reverse button on nature's remote. This time, dry air heads out to sea, leaving land dwellers wondering if they should have stockpiled watermelon for summer. Still, this seasonal rhythm has carved a legacy into the cultures of South Asia, Africa, and the Middle East. Historically, traders were savvy enough to navigate their journeys by the winds, embracing the currents for smooth sailing across vast oceans, even as they flirted with treacherous storms. And speaking of storms, let's not forget the Indian Ocean. It's semi-dramatic, serving up both life-giving rains and the occasional tempest that makes you cling to your umbrella for dear life. The ocean does not merely sit there. It's a dynamic player in the saga of humanity, endlessly influencing travel, trade, and even relationships built on the essence of survival. The sea isn't something to take lightly. It's been the backbone of civilizations, complete with its own gripping plot twists. At the other end of the globe lies the Southern Ocean, and let me tell you, it's not your average body of water. Imagine a World Cup of currents. This colossal body of water spins unbroken around Antarctica, setting the record for the fastest flowing river on the planet, made entirely of HO. Picture it like a watery marathon mixing the Atlantic, Pacific, and Indian Oceans, all while keeping Earth's climate on its toes. Mother Nature is practically a DJ, mixing our oceans into a dance of climate, regulation. And let's not forget the dramatic winds that cut through the Southern Ocean, whipping up enormous waves that look ready for a high-stakes surfing competition. The chaos brings life in the form of fluffy penguin colonies waddling around like they own the place. You've got orcas and humpback whales making waves, pun intended. 2. They remind us that even in the fierce chill and relentless winds, life finds a way to thrive, reminding us that the cold can be welcoming, just with a pinch more. Frostbite. Now, over in the Arctic Ocean, it's a scene straight out of a winter wonderland. The smallest of our planetary oceans is topped with a constantly evolving layer of sea ice. It glistens and shifts like that one friend who can never find a seat at a dinner party. This ice is a dance of its own, cracking and drifting as the seasons change, giving us a surreal and shifting landscape that challenges both adventurers and inhabitants alike. So, whether it's the sultry embrace of the Indian monsoon, the fierce waltz of the Southern Ocean's currents, or the Arctic's ever-shifting icy crown, one thing is clear: our oceans are living, breathing entities. They carry tales of ancient mariners and bustling traders, offer sustenance and storms alike, and continue to connect us all. Each splash and wave is a reminder that while the sea may seem formidable, it's also the ultimate storyteller of our planet. As the summer sun warms the Arctic, the ice retreats, unveiling hidden waterways and secret ecosystems tucked away below the surface. It's a vibrant underwater world, where tiny plankton bloom in sunbeams filtering through the ice, while fish pirouette gracefully in search of their next meal. Seals prowl silently in the chilly depths, their movements as stealthy as a cat burglar. Meanwhile, majestic polar bears roam the frozen expanse, relying entirely on the ice for their hunting escapades. But with climate change knocking loudly at our door, this icy paradise is changing, melting away into a fragile reminder of how interconnected we are with the planet's vitality. Below the shimmering surface of the ocean lies an astonishing landscape that could give even the mightiest mountains a run for their money. Imagine volcanic seamounts rising thousands of feet from the seabed, hidden treasures that never quite touch the sky. Some of these underwater giants are taller than Mount Rainier but remain completely oblivious to the world above them. As ocean currents twirl around, they create rich ecosystems where fish, corals, and even whales gather to dance, proving that life thrives where the sunshine struggles to reach. These secret realms show us just how much awe-inspiring beauty is lurking just out of sight. Ever felt dwarfed by the size of massive mountains? Now, meet the ocean's deep, dark trenches that would make even Mount Everest blush. The Mariana Trench, for example, plunges nearly 7 miles straight down into the blue abyss. If the mighty Everest tried to take a dip, its peak would still be shyly submerged by over a mile of water, formed by the dramatic collision of tectonic plates. These trenches are nature's way of mixing extreme environments with bizarre ecosystems. Picture dark, cold waters with unbearable pressure, but somehow resilient organisms have made this tumultuous realm their home. finding ways to thrive in the most unlikely places. But don't let the dark depths fool you. These trenches are not just deep scars across the seafloor. They're tantalizing doorways to the unknown, inviting intrepid explorers to uncover their secrets. Amid the crushing pressure, peculiar life forms cling desperately to the rocky walls, munching on whatever nutrients spiral down from above or bubble up from the Earth's mantle. It's as if the ocean has its own version of a gourmet restaurant, offering specialties that seem strange yet utterly fascinating. Who would have thought that in such an extreme environment, life clings on with such tenacity? As all these wonders unfold right under our noses, remember that the vast ocean is a layered narrative just waiting to be unraveled. The next time you gaze out over the calm, often underestimated waters, ponder what extraordinary secrets lie beyond the horizon. Think about the mountains, deep and silent, just beneath the surface, and give a nod to those unseen giants that shape ecosystems and lives. Even the most magnificent views above the water can't hold a candle to the mysteries lurking below it. It's a whimsical world where strange creatures scrutinize their surroundings, slowly shifting our perceptions of what life looks like. Just think of a fish swimming glibly by a towering mountain a mere mile above a surreal scene that could inspire an avant-garde painting. Add to that the echoing sounds of the ocean, which tell tales of the eternal struggle and beauty of life in the deep. So, while enjoying that serene beach sunset, remember the teeming life and the dramatic terrains not far beneath the waves, forever transforming our understanding of the world below. Picture a view that would leave anyone breathless standing at the base of Everest, but instead of peak looking up, you're gazing through miles of deep, dark water. That's the haunting beauty of submarine canyons. These wondrous underwater structures are like secret pathways, guiding sediments and nutrients from bustling coastlines deep into the ocean's abyss. Carved by ancient rivers or the slow tug of currents, they are nature's hidden highways, full of surprises. Take Terry Canyon, for instance, off California's coast. This underwater marvel dips dramatically into the seafloor, challenging even the famous Grand Canyon in size. It may not get the limelight above water, but these trenches are essential to marine life. Nutrients coursing down their slopes support ecosystems below, where many creatures dwell in eternal darkness. Who knew that stunning valleys existed under the waves, fostering life like an underwater buffet? Of course, the ocean has its secrets, and one of its crown jewels is the Mid-Atlantic Ridge, the planet's longest mountain chain, spanning over 40,000 miles. This underwater giant snakes through the Atlantic Ocean, from the Arctic to the southern tip of Africa. Unlike the towering Himalayas, these peaks rise quietly from the seafloor, often hidden beneath waves. It's as if nature decided to have a bit of fun and create a mountain range that's practically a secret. Formed by tectonic plates pulling apart, the ridge allows molten rock to bubble up and create new crust. In specific areas, it erupts above water, giving birth to islands like Iceland, where volcanoes continue to shape the land. When you look at a map, the ridge appears as a jagged scar across the ocean floor, reminding us that some of Earth's biggest wonders are cleverly concealed beneath a watery blanket. And speaking of volcanoes, it's worth noting that some of Earth's mightiest also lurk beneath the ocean's surface. When we think of volcanoes, we might visualize fiery mountains shooting up into the sky. But here's a fun fact. Many of the tallest ones there never get the spotlight. Seamounts and submarine volcanoes can tower thousands of meters into the sea yet remain completely unseen. Talk about taking out of sight, out of mind to a new level. These submerged giants may still be huffing and puffing, ejecting ash and hot water into the depths of the ocean, silently altering their surroundings. It's a reminder that the world can be bursting with energy while we're blissfully unaware above the surface. So, the next time you sip a glass of water or swirl your toes in the ocean, remember that beneath those waves, there's a whole world of majestic canyons and hidden volcanoes having a party of their own. Believe it or not, the tallest mountain on Earth isn't the illustrious Everest. It's actually Mauna Kea in Hawaii. Talk about a plot twist. When you measure this stunning peak from its underwater base to its summit poking out of the ocean, it absolutely claims the title of the tallest mountain on the planet. These remarkable underwater volcanoes are not just geological wonders, but essential players in shaping our marine ecosystems too. They litter the ocean floors with nutrients and create vibrant habitats teeming with life. And here's the kicker. These underwater volcanoes don't just sit idly. They produce new islands, making the ocean a true artist at work. Sometimes, it feels like Mother Nature is having a dramatic flair for the theatrical. When the volcanic eruptions pack enough punch, they thrust new land above sea level, creating breathtaking new islands. In recent years, we've seen spontaneous rock formations erupt in Iceland and Japan, steam billowing from their sultry surfaces, as if they're making their grand entrance on the world stage. The Hawaiian Islands hold an extraordinary history, crafted over millions of years, all thanks to relentless volcanic activity. Witnessing underwater eruptions is like watching a live-action movie of planet building. It's a surreal reminder that our Earth is still knitting itself together, one eruption at a time, brimming with hidden fire and fervor. Just imagine seeing land form right before your eyes, changing the geography of our world in real time. Yet it's important to remember that the ocean is a fickle friend. While it has the power to create islands, it just as easily swallows them back up. Some volcanic havens rise spectacularly only to be reduced to mere memories, eroded by relentless waves and storms. In fact, numerous islands have emerged and faded in less than a lifetime, disappearing from navigational charts like a magician's disappearing act, leaving us all scratching our heads as to where they went. In the Pacific Ocean, this dramatic cycle continues, with new islands appearing and disappearing faster than you can say land ho. Rising sea levels don't help either, slowly submerging vulnerable landmasses and coral islands into the abyss. Imagine living in places like the Maldives or Kiribati, forever glancing nervously toward the horizon, knowing your home could one day be swallowed by the sea. It's like an uninvited guest who might just tip the platter over at any moment. The ocean is indeed a thrilling and unpredictable artist, constantly reshaping our world in its own whimsical manner. Whether making mountains or erasing islands, it's a grand spectacle worth admiring. As the waves ebb and flow, they sculpt not just the coastlines, but also the stories we share about our planet's ever-evolving tapestry. So, next time you're at the beach, take a moment to appreciate the relentless power of the sea, the giver of land and taker of dreams, as it sketches our existence anew. Picture this, a miraculous island that rises, teases us with its existence, then poof, it's gone, reminding us that leash on permanence is short. The land and sea tango endlessly, with the ocean twirling away as the graceful leader. Beneath its waves lies the magical realm of coral reefs, those stunning underwater paradises that look like vibrant stone walls but are actually bustling cities made by tiny creatures known as coral polyps. Cue the tiny construction workers. These polyp dudes might look simple, but hold on, they're related to jellyfish and are on a limestone producing mission. By secreting sweet little skeletons, they conjure up massive structures that stretch for hundreds of miles, over centuries. This growing complex resembles a living cathedral, built one minuscule critter at a time, the colors sparkling all around. That's a party hosted by the algae, those mighty minions turning sunlight into food for our polyp pals through photosynthesis, a feast in Coral Town. But wait, there's more. This colorful granite of underwater life isn't just a pretty face, it's a sanctuary. These reefs provide homes, nurseries, and hangout spots for a whopping quarter of all marine species. You'll find fish dressed in their most dazzling colors darting between branches, sea turtles cruising with style overhead, and tiny critters shacking up in coral condos. If reefs are the rainforests of the ocean, you better believe they're doing a stellar job of keeping things lively. And let's not forget our role in all this, Humans reap the benefits of coral reefs like harvest season. They're a source of food, nature's protective barrier from raging waves, and a playground for those seeking sun and adventure. However, it's not all smooth sailing. These beauties are delicate, threatened by warming ocean waters and human pollution. When corals kick the bucket, it's game over for whole ecosystems, and instead of a lively disco, silence prevails. Yet, maintaining a vibrant reef is like painting a masterpiece, an intricate dance of colors, shapes, and movements as they unite into one singular living art piece. Just dive into the scene, and you'll understand the bounty and interconnectedness of life beneath the surface. It's a living example of how rich the ocean can get when things go right. Now, let's take it up a notch. Some corals have a secret. When basked in ultraviolet light, they don their neon capes and shine think glow in the dark party. These neon greens, blues, and reds give the reef an otherworldly vibe. This dazzling display is thanks to special proteins that catch ultraviolet rays and flip them into vibrant visible colors. Who knew these corals could steal the spotlight in the deep blue sea during a rave? So, there you have it. Such is the life of coral reefs, a thrilling, colorful saga of creation, destruction, and an unbreakable bond with the tides and currents of life. Each reef tells tales of resilience, beauty, and sheer wonder, making our oceans akin to a treasure chest bursting with incredible stories waiting for you to dive in. Diving into the enchanting world of bioluminescent corals feels a bit like stepping into a dazzling fantasy, where the ocean floor sparkles like an extraterrestrial galaxy. Scientists suggest that this otherworldly glow isn't just for dramatic effect. It might protect these corals from harsh sunlight or even lure in helpful algae that cozy up inside. So, while you're holding your breath and gazing at this underwater spectacle, remember that these shimmering corals are not just pretty faces. They may hold keys to future medicines and ingenious technologies. These luminescent marvels remind us how nature has a flair for creativity. Corals may look delicate, but don't let their dainty appearance fool you. Their skeletons can withstand the test of time, lasting thousands of years. Every tiny polyp diligently constructs its limestone abode, and upon its passing, it leaves behind a stout edifice over eons. These remnants pile up into colossal reefs that have been developing for more than 8,000 years, with the Great Barrier Reef claiming the title of the world's largest living structure. It's gigantic, so expansive it can even be spotted from the outer boundaries of our atmosphere. The reef skeletons do more than just hang out for millennia. They serve as a launching pad for new life, growing layer upon layer, much like how trees gain their rings. As generations of corals come and go, they create a living, breathing continuum that showcases growth and decay in perfect harmony. Each reef isn't just a vibrant ecosystem. It's an ancient diary, recording the tale of resilience in the face of time. Who would have thought that tiny creatures could outlast cities and human civilizations? And speaking of those tiny creatures, let's talk about coral polyps. It's a miracle they can build something as magnificent as a reef. These microscopic wonders have a party trick: cloning. Yes, you heard that right. When a polyp divides, it doesn't just call it a day. It produces a perfect replica that settles right next to its creator. Soon enough, you've got a thriving colony that's expanding like a living organism, constructing intricate structures that might put human architects to shame. Over the span of thousands of years, these miniature construction workers keep at it, spreading their genius across vast ocean floors. You can think of it as nature's very own version of Monopoly, where they accumulate property, or in this case, real estate. Strategically as they grow, each clone contributes to the complex architecture of the reef, demonstrating that even the tiniest organisms aren't just part of the ecosystem, they are powerful builders in their own right. So, next time you're drifting through a coral reef, remember the teamwork and time that went into creating this underwater utopia. Each glimmering light coral represents ages of life and all the small yet mighty polyp heroes who dedicated their lives to bolster this breathtaking landscape. Their harmonious collaboration unveils the wonders of nature, showing us how resilience and creativity can lead to extraordinary beauty. And isn't that a lesson we could all use? Each new polyp in a coral reef is like a quirky character in a big, bustling community. While each polyp is its own individual, they're also high-fiving their neighbors, sharing snacks, and keeping watch for predators. Together, they're masterminds behind one of the most astonishing ecosystems on Earth. This coral cloning gig is a slow burn, but give it a few centuries, and boom, you've got majestic underwater landscapes that are simply breathtaking. Diving into a coral reef is like stepping into an elaborate underwater carnival. It's alive with excitement and diversity. Imagine thousands of species living under one roof, schools of fish flaunting their rainbow hues, little shrimp acting like mini cleaners, and sea turtles munching on seagrass with a casual elegance. Sharks, the silent navigators of these waters, glide majestically above, creating a mesmerizing atmosphere that's a feast for the eyes and the soul. Even though coral reefs occupy just a wee bit of the ocean floor, they're akin to the richest rainforests when it comes to marine diversity. These vibrant habitats provide not only food and shelter but also breeding grounds for a mind-blowing 1/4 of all marine species. The interconnected nature of life here is complex. Each creature plays a crucial role in this watery drama, balancing one another in a delicate dance of existence. But don't let the seemingly carefree surroundings fool you. This intricate ecosystem is fragile. A tiny change like a flotation with rising temperatures or a splash of pollution can send shockwaves throughout the reef, affecting everything in its path. Floating above the reef feels like watching nature's most stunning animated film, alive with color and motion, and endlessly fascinating to observe. The Great Barrier Reef truly steals the show. And get this, it's visible from space. Astronauts orbiting Earth can spot it as a dazzling ribbon of turquoise and emerald running along Australia's coast, stretching over 1,400 miles. This colossal structure isn't just a spectacular sight. It's the largest living thing on our planet. It's such a monster of nature that even from high up, you can't miss the brilliantly thriving underwater metropolis below. What's incredible is that what they're really seeing is a city built by billions of those tiny coral polyps, laboring away, generation after generation to create their limestone homes. The vibrancy of the reef comes alive, teeming with dazzling colorful fish that shimmer like silver fireworks. Manta rays sweep by in a graceful ballet while sea turtles float effortlessly, all contributing to a stunning underwater world that feels otherworldly. It's seriously mind-boggling to think that something so intricate a living, breathing masterpiece can be spotted from orbit around our planet. Each glimpse from above just deepens the appreciation of how delicate and splendid life can be in the complex ecosystems of the ocean. The charisma of the reef lies not just in its beauty but also in the heartbeat of life that pulsates through its every crevice, reminding us of the vibrant tapestry that makes up our world's oceans. From the vast emptiness of space, Earth sparkles like a gorgeous blue marble, and its coral reefs twinkle like a treasure hidden beneath the waves. However, these vibrant reefs face a tough challenge: warming seas. As stunning as they are, corals are delicate little things. They forge a supportive partnership with tiny algae, which provide the corals with food and fabulous colors. But when ocean temperatures rise just a smidge, corals face a crisis. They boot out their algae and turn ghostly white, a phenomenon known as coral bleaching. Without their lively algal sidekicks, corals become like sad, starving ghosts, leaving behind only their skeletons for the world to see. In recent years, our oceans have hit the panic button, leading to mass bleaching events that threaten the reefs that have thrived for eons. It's a dramatic time in the ocean. In less than a blink of an eye, things can go from colorful wonderlands to stark landscapes. But not all is lost. Some corals have a tough streak. Scientists are working tirelessly too. shield and revive these spectacular underwater ecosystems. Encased in this struggle is a poignant reminder: the ocean, while it seems powerful, is ultimately a fragile system that thrives on balance. And, much like our own lives, a healthy ocean demands that we step up and lend a helping hand. Speaking of fascinating structures, let's dive into the wonders of atolls. These fantastic formations are built on the ancient bones of long-gone volcanic islands. Picture circular islands like nature's jewelry, surrounded by serene lagoons, cradling innocently in the Pacific's embrace. Atolls are nothing short of miraculous. Long ago, fiery volcanic islands erupted from deep sea beds. As corals began their tenure around these burgeoning landmasses, these volcanoes silently sank back into the ocean depths. But the corals were determined. They kept building and thriving. Over millions of years, the land vanished, leaving a circular reminder of Mother Nature's artistry, a stunning atoll, complete with calm waters at its heart and a wild ocean sprawled beyond. Walking across an atoll feels like treading on the pages of history, standing on the transformed memory of a volcano now brimming with sand, swaying palms, and lively corals. It's like a lesson that even catastrophic events can sprinkle magic, reshaping the world in delightful and unexpected ways. But wait, this ocean tale gets even better. Beneath those shimmering waves, majestic seagrass meadows flourish, quietly playing their crucial role in our planet's well-being. You see, seagrass meadows are the unsung heroes of our oceans, churning out more oxygen than some of our mighty forests. These underwater carpets sway gracefully with each caress of the current, reminding us that beauty isn't always about vibrant colors or elaborate structures. While they may not get as much spotlight as their flashy cousins like coral reefs or kelp forests, they are, in fact, quiet giants in the epic saga of Earth's ecosystem. Their presence speaks to the silent strength and essential role each component plays in the greater narrative of life. Did you know seagrasses are like the unsung heroes of our oceans? These green giants photosynthesize like champs, pulling in carbon dioxide and pumping out pure oxygen. In fact, 1 square meter of a seagrass meadow can churn out more oxygen than a tropical rainforest. They're not just oxygen factories. These lush meadows serve as cozy nurseries for young fish, seahorses, and turtles, offering them a safe haven among their waving blades. Plus, their roots are real beach bouncers, preventing sandy coastlines from washing away. While we revel in the wonders of seagrass meadows, they are sadly disappearing faster than our motivation to hit the gym in January, thanks to pollution and coastal development. Protecting these underwater jungles is crucial because they're part of our planet's life support system, giving us a breath of fresh air, literally. Picture yourself drifting above a seagrass meadow. It's like floating over an enchanting underwater forest, packed with life and productivity, all while keeping our planet in perfect harmony. Now, if you think seagrasses are impressive, let's talk about mangroves. These coastal superheroes stand tall along tropical shores, their roots creating a fantastical maze of nature's artwork, half submerged in salty waters. Mangroves are nature's frontline defense against storm damage. Absorbing the chaotic force of waves and storm surges like a pro, they act as buffers, shielding inland communities from flooding while providing a bustling hub for fish, crabs, and birds. Talk about a thriving ecosystem in shallow waters. But wait, there's more. Mangroves also double down as powerful carbon storage units, trapping carbon dioxide within their intricate roots and nutrient-rich soil. Yet, like the beloved coral reefs, these magnificent trees face threats from development and climate change. Walking among the mangroves is like stepping into a natural gallery, where land and sea embrace, cradling ecosystems in a spectacular display of resilience and beauty. Let's dive deeper, quite literally, into the world of fish. Picture this: young fish hatching and drifting in the vast ocean for weeks or even months, lost in the currents. So how do they find their way back to the coral reef? The answer lies in the magic of sound. You see, coral reefs are anything but quiet. They are alive with noise. The crackling chatter of snapping shrimp, fish calls, and the soothing hum of life all around. Baby fish, with their tiny ears attuned, can hear these sounds from miles away. For them, it's a symphony guiding them home, acting as their very own underwater GPS. As they navigate through the rippling ocean, sound becomes their beacon, leading them back to the bustling reefs where life awaits. Who knew the ocean had its own soundtrack? It's an epic tale of navigation that makes for an incredible journey. In this wondrous underwater world, both seagrasses and mangroves play monumental roles in sustaining life. Whether it's the oxygen factory capabilities of seagrasses or the storm shielding prowess of mangroves, they remind us just how vital these ecosystems are. They may not wear capes, but trust me, these greenery guardians deserve their moment in the spotlight, ensuring a balanced and healthy planet that can thrive for generations to come. Scientists have made quite a splash, discovering that fish are not just masters of swimming, they're also great listeners. By placing fish in tanks near speakers emitting the soothing sounds of reef life, researchers found these aquatic critters couldn't resist making their way toward the music. Yes, the reef isn't just a visual feast, it's a symphony of sounds that our underwater pals are tuned into, navigating the dark waters by ear. Who knew that fish were such hipsters, hanging out at the hottest coral hotspots? When the tides roll back, they don't just withdraw, they unveil an entire world concealed beneath the waves. Glorious mud flats stretch out, glistening under the sun, looking deceptively simple and empty. But hold your seafood, it's a bustling hub of life down there. Clams and worms burrow beneath the surface, biding their time for the water's embrace once more. Meanwhile, sneaky crabs race across the mud, leaving behind a scurry of tiny tracks, only to be erased by the next wave. Talk about a transient masterpiece. And let's not forget the avian visitors who descend on this mud buffet. Birds flock to the exposed flats like diners at a trendy brunch spot, probing the mud with gusto, searching for delectable treats. The symbiotic dance of life and tides is a well-orchestrated routine, where each retreat reveals secrets and every arrival brings a tidal wave of drama. So, as we walk across these soft landscapes, feeling them give way underfoot, we're not just strolling, we're treasuring diversity hidden in plain sight. But wait, there's more. Ever imagined a crab scaling a tree? It sounds like a scene from an animated movie waiting to happen. Picture, if you will, the coconut crab, the heavyweight champion of crabs. These giants don't just chill by the shoreline. They're climbing the heights of palm trees like they're on a quest for the ultimate coconut snack. Weighing in at over 9 pounds and stretching nearly 3 feet across, they tackle treetops with finesse, grabbing coconuts that would make anyone else think twice. Talk about crabby ambition. And let's not overlook the smaller feathered friends of the climbing world, like the mangrove crabs. These pint-sized acrobats also shimmy up trees to munch on leaves whilst keeping a vigilant eye out for predators. Up and down the trunks they scamper, showing us that even the littlest among us can take on big challenges. It's like a cheeky crab version of a tree-hugging yoga class, reminding us that climbing to new heights is for everyone except for the fish, of course, who prefer to keep their adventures strictly aquatic. So there you have it, folks. The ocean and its shores are brimming with quirky surprises ranging from the sound-loving fish to the coconut-crushing crabs clambering up trees. Each creature, big or small, plays its part in the vibrant tapestry of life that collides with tides, soundscapes, and mud flats. Next time you stroll along the beach, peek closer, you might just find a world of wonder waiting underfoot or high above your head, reminding us that life is nothing if not fabulously diverse and delightfully unpredictable. Picture this, a crab, like an unsuspecting tourist, clinging to a branch high above water. It's as if our crustacean friend thought, why not explore this tree? What's a little adventure? It's both surreal and delightful. watching a creature of the sea swap its usual oceanic digs for a taste of the great outdoors. This transformation paints a vivid picture of nature's quirky twists and turns, blending sea life with a dash of air. Now, let's dive into the ocean where sea cucumbers perform their silent yet essential role. These soft, tube-shaped critters roam the sea floor like nature's eco-warriors, tirelessly sifting through sand and mud, toothlessly munching away at organic matter. With every gulp, they refine the ocean floor, digesting what they need and leaving behind tidied-up sediment. Think of them as the earthworms of the sea, unassuming but absolute heroes, keeping the aquatic world in balance. They're basically the clean-up crew of the underwater kingdom. Sea cucumbers are like the ultimate recycling machines, working diligently and quietly to keep the ocean alive. Imagine entire stretches of ocean floor covered in these little guys, all cooperating in a meticulous cleanup operation. Without these unsung heroes, litter might pile up like an untidy teenager's room, choking out marine life. It's a vivid reminder that oftentimes, the simplest beings hold the greatest value, quietly saving the day from below the waves. Next up, we have the starfish, nature's very own superhero with an outstanding claim to fame, regrowing entire arms. Picture these charming creatures slowly making their way across rocks, arms stretching and waving like they're practicing for a big audition. If one happens to lose an arm in a fit of oceanic drama, fear not. With a sprinkle of patience and some time, that limb can grow back flawlessly in wildlife reality shows. This would earn a starfish top billing for its resilience and survival tactics. But the plot thickens. Not only does the starfish have the stunning ability to regenerate its limbs, but it can also turn one lost arm into an entirely new starfish under the right conditions. Talk about a magical party trick. This incredible process reveals the starfish resilience and hints at the hidden strength life can bear within, leaving us all in awe of nature's clever designs. And then we have the crafty octopus, a true icon of intelligence and resourcefulness. We've all seen octopuses hide in rocks and crevices, but did you know some of them carry coconut shells around like handy little backpacks? It's like their version of multitasking, combining a tool and a disguise all in one. These clever cephalopods showcase not only their smarts but also their creativity in using tools, making them the MacGyvers of the sea. In a world where we often overlook the smaller life forms, these ocean dwellers demonstrate the charm and complexity hidden beneath the waves. From sea cucumbers diligently polishing the seafloor to starfish gloriously regrowing their limbs, and octopuses embracing their ingenuity, the ocean is indeed a fantastical realm where nature's wonders never cease to entertain and engage us. It's a lively reminder of how interconnected life is and how every creature, big or small, plays a role in the grand tapestry of our planet's ecosystem. In the vibrant underwater world of Indonesia, a curious spectacle unfolds: octopuses hauling coconut shells like underwater travelers with their hefty baggage. With arms as versatile as a Swiss Army knife, these clever cephalopods tuck shells beneath their bodies, waddling along the seafloor in a somewhat clumsy but endearing fashion. In moments of peril, they transform these shells into cozy hideaways, showcasing that even in the depths of the ocean, it's essential to bring your own safety blanket. Who knew that beneath the waves, one could witness the landlocking equivalent of a suitcase-carrying tourist? These clever creatures aren't just about the bling of their armor, they are dazzling problem solvers too. Aquariums worldwide are filled with tales of octopuses unscrewing jar lids and plotting daring escapes from their tanks. They're like the Houdinis of the marine world, with imaginations that lead them on nightly escapades, snatching fish from neighbors' tanks and exploring complex mazes under the cover of darkness. Each flexible arm, brimming with hundreds of discerning suckers, is an independent thinker, delightedly exploring textures and tastes in a way that puts any human toddler's curiosity to shame. Remarkably, octopuses showcase a flair for learning and adaptation. The way they tackle puzzles feels almost relatable, like having an old pal trying to crack the code to that stubborn jar of pickles. Watching an octopus methodically twist and turn towards its prize, a crab blissfully unaware of its fate, sends shivers down the spine, rich with hints of our own human tendencies. This marvelous blending of the alien and familiar gives the impression that perhaps, in their silent, ethereal world, there exists an intelligence that runs parallel to ours. But let's get to the heart of the matter quite literally. An octopus boasts not one, but 3 hearty circulatory pals. 2 of its hearts work tirelessly to pump blood through gills, while the third takes on the role of a loyal bodyguard, sending it throughout its curious frame, to add a splash of drama to our underwater tale. Their blood isn't the typical crimson we're accustomed to. It's blue. Look out, world. We have a creature that says, "Why blend in when you can stand out?" Why, you ask? Because their unique blue blood owes its loyalty to copper instead of iron, a choice that helps them thrive in the chilly depths of the ocean. While we humans at sea may find ourselves gasping for breath, these clever mollusks laugh in the face of adversity, reveling in environments that many would find quite inhospitable. There's a certain magic in knowing that the very same ocean depths that can feel so lonely are vibrant with life forms assembled in splendid harmony. In this interwoven fabric of marine life, the octopus stands as a testament to the wonders of evolution, proof that intelligence manifests in unexpected forms. From shield-wielding coconut haulers to crafty escape artists with a flair for problem-solving, they challenge our conception of what it means to be savvy. Through their trials and triumphs, we see a mirror reflecting our challenges, our victories, and all the while our longing to connect with something greater beneath the waves. So next time you find yourself at a seaside cafe, sipping a cold beverage, take a moment to appreciate the enigmatic lives of octopuses. They remind us that intelligence might just swim in different currents, weaving through the vast tapestry of life, even in the depths of the ocean where adventure awaits with each curious arm's reach. Imagine an octopus cruising through the ocean, and with each swim, one of its 3 hearts takes a little break. Talk about multitasking, right? It's a fascinating reminder of how nature inventively forms unique organs that fit perfectly into life's grand puzzle. Picture this: blood flowing a cool blue instead of the usual red, powered by 3 hearts playing a symphony of life beneath the waves. This watery world is alive with wonders, showcasing the endless creativity of evolution. Then we dive into the splendid world of cuttlefish. These little ocean masters have camouflaged down to an art, literally. With just a flicker of thought, their skin switches from sandy hues to wild patterns of stripes and spots. It's like they have a wardrobe that morphs in an instant. Thanks to cells called chromatophores, they can adapt their appearance so swiftly that it leaves even the sharpest predators clueless. One moment they're visible, and the next, poof, they're gone, blending seamlessly into their surroundings like skilled illusionists. But wait, there's more to the cuttlefish magic show. These enigmatic creatures can produce waves of color that ripple across their bodies, creating a mesmerizing display that lures prey in close. It's as if they're painting live art in the ocean, with each pulse of their skin creating a new masterpiece. What's truly mind-boggling is that these colorful displays are crafted by creatures who are, quite ironically, colorblind. They're painting patterns they can't perceive, relying purely on instinct, making them artists without the ability to appreciate their own creations. Next up, the squid. These sleek swimmers have their own unique way of chatting with one another. Rather than relying on vocal sounds, squid communicate through dazzling pulses of color. Their skin, speckled with specialized cells, can flash and shimmer like a disco ball, all in a flash. By sending out stripes of vibrant hues, they have fascinating conversations beneath the surface, whether it's alerting each other to danger, casting confusion among predators, or planning the next group lunch. It's like a flickering dialogue, a secret language written across their shifting bodies in bursts of light. Watching a school of squid in action is like witnessing a living light show, filled with rhythm and color. Each flash and shimmer tells a story, making the ocean feel like one big clandestine gathering where every creature has something to say. Somehow, in the deep blue, they've mastered the art of silent communication, tapping into a beautiful spectrum of meaning. With every flick of a fin or pulse of color, these incredible sea creatures remind us how life thrives in eclectic and extraordinary ways beneath the waves. They teach us that even in the depths of the ocean, creativity and expression know no bounds. From octopuses with their multitasking hearts to cuttlefish who paint their surroundings with bountiful colors and squid who converse in hues, the ocean is a theater of inspiration. In the mysterious depths of the ocean, sound dances whimsically, and visibility plays hard to get. Beneath the waves, a vibrant display of luminous communication takes center stage, proving that intelligence isn't limited to mere words. Picture swimming along and suddenly encountering a fish that glows not just in pretty colors, but sparks with electrifying energy. It's like stumbling upon a party where all the guests are electric and absolutely dazzling. Enter the extraordinary world of electric fish. Meet the electric eel, a shocking sensation literally. These fabulous fish can produce jolts that make your smartphone charger feel like a gentle tickle. With nifty specialized cells called electrocytes, they store and unleash electricity like little lightning generators. Some of these aquatic wonders send out weaker pulses, whispering electric secrets to their buddies in the dark. Talk about a unique form of underwater texting. As you swim with these electrifying creatures, a thought strikes. For them, electricity is as common as a fish's fin. It's not just a flashy gadget but part of their being. The ocean bursts with natural surprises, showcasing life forms that have mastered the power of physics. It's a flamboyant reminder that life ingeniously adapts, transforming the power of lightning into a vibrant part of its survival strategy. Power suits. Now, electric fish wear their energy like a badge of honor. But wait, the ocean doesn't stop there. Some fish take things up a notch and leap from the water with the grace of Olympic gymnasts. Picture a flying fish using its wing-like fins to surf the air currents as if it's auditioning for a role in the next big sky adventure movie. These gliding silver arrows soar hundreds of feet above the waves, showcasing a daring escape from underwater predators. It's the ultimate high dive. Leaping has its purposes, my friend. While some fish are busy evading their dinner date, others are showing off their acrobatics for a meal. They make a splash to snag flying insects, or even when the adventurous salmon decide to tackle a waterfall during their migration. Each spectacular leap serves as a thrilling reminder that the separation between water and air is just a playful suggestion. In the grand scheme of things, these daring fish remind us that life thrives beyond the limitations we impose. Boundaries crumble as creatures leap effortlessly between realms, embracing both water and sky. Whether flickering with electricity or soaring through the air, these extraordinary ocean denizens illustrate that existence is marked by the thrill of defiance, agility, and a sprinkle of daring flamboyance. Life in the ocean. Never a dull moment. In the dazzling dance of waves, the ocean kisses the sky, a breathtaking sight that often masks a vibrant hidden world beneath the surface. When you think of the ocean, silence might come to mind. But if you tune in, you'll discover it's a bustling symphony of sound. Thanks to nifty gadgets called hydrophones, we can hear that the sea is far from quiet. It's a riot of whales belting out deep, haunting songs that echo across vast distances, while dolphins add a playful melody of clicks and whistles. Oh, and let's not forget about the shrimp. These little critters snap their claws like nature's underwater fireworks. Fish, they've got their own rhythm, with croaks, grunts, and even drumming on their own bodies. When combined, it's an audio feast akin to a rainforest's cacophony of bird calls. So, no, the ocean isn't all tranquil waves and silence. It's a non-stop conversation that has been bubbling for millions of years, waiting for us to listen. Underwater, sound travels like a champ, zipping faster than asphalt-bound chatter, making it the ocean's primary language. For creatures navigating through the inky depths, sound is everything. It's sight, companionship, and communication all rolled into one. Drift through this auditory wonder, and you'll feel the ocean's heartbeat like a giant, submerged creature whispering tales from the deep stories of life and connection, trickling through generations. But wait, there's more. Did you know that beneath those seemingly calm waters, the ocean is a vast playground for tectonic plates? These massive layers of rock dance slowly atop Earth's mantle, carrying continents on their backs and shifting a few inches each year. Imagine entire landmasses slowly breaking apart and colliding over millions of years. Talk about a geological drama. Mountains rise, and oceans open and close like a whale taking a deep, slow breath. This cosmic shuffle explains why fossils from the same species can be tossed across oceans that now seem to separate them by miles. Picture it, continents floating on formidable stone plates, illustrating a dynamic Earth that's perpetually evolving. It's a pretty wild notion, right? The ocean works not just as a barrier but as a stage where all kinds of geological antics unfold, shaping the world as we know it. And yet, as awe-inspiring as it all is, the ocean continues to hold an array of treasures and mysteries beyond our wildest imaginations. Each ripple of water and murmur of waves hints at uncharted depths and undiscovered phenomena waiting to be revealed. So, next time you find yourself by the seaside, take a moment to listen. Who knows what stories the ocean is ready to share? The ocean, vast, mysterious, and gloriously unexplored. Can you believe that more than 95% of it remains a deep, dark enigma? It's like the ultimate escape room. But instead of puzzles, it's filled with strange creatures and alien landscapes just waiting to be discovered. Each expedition reveals something new, whether it's funky fish or bizarre underwater formations, yet human eyes have barely grazed the ocean floor. It's wild to think we might know more about Mars than our own blue planets. Depths. Imagine this, somewhere, in those unfathomable depths, bizarre creatures flutter by with shapes that our imagination can't even fathom. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, lurking around in the dark might be ecosystems functioning in ways we can't even begin to understand. The ocean teases us with its mysteries, reminding us that exploration isn't just for the stars. You can practically hear the ocean whisper, "What's that? You think you've seen it all? Just wait." But let's not forget the grand story of life itself, shall we? Every living being on Earth has roots that swim back to the sea, billions of years ago. The first cell bobbed along in the ocean's arms, cradled by the chemical wonders of the deep. Today, that legacy endures, providing us with food, oxygen, and a climate that doesn't throw tantrums every other day. Honestly, can you imagine a future without the ocean? Cue the dramatic music. Speaking of the future, dive a little deeper, pun totally intended, and you discover that the ocean might just hold the secrets to our survival. Its currents act like nature's air conditioning, keeping temperatures in check. Not only do its ecosystems provide delicious seafood, but the ocean could reveal groundbreaking medicines, alternative energy sources, or even hints about extraterrestrial life. These depths are like a treasure chest just waiting for us to unlock. Standing on the shore, you're not just gazing at water, you're peering into both our past and possible future. It's a place where time seems to blur, and the tales of ancient sea creatures mingle with dreams of innovation. The ocean is not just our origin story, it's so much more. It's a reminder that our journey doesn't end here. If anything, we're just getting started. As we gently wrap up this aquatic adventure, let's take a deep breath. We've skimmed the surface where sunlight skips like a happy child, seeped into vibrant coral gardens alive with chatter, and explored eerie depths where life flickers against extreme pressure and darkness. It's been a wild ride through shimmering blues and mysterious shadows. Trust me, this collective journey emphasizes one fundamental truth. The ocean's wonders are as infinite as the imagination. Beneath the surface of our blue planet lies an unparalleled world filled with ancient wonders and timeless beauty. Think of the coral reefs, those vibrant living mountains bustling with life, where the oldest sharks swim gracefully alongside young fish merrily listening for the call of home. Oh, The ocean is a quirky blend of awe and serenity, capable of tossing waves higher than our rooftops and currents that journey around the earth for a millennium. But don't let the power of the sea intimidate you. It's also a nurturing place that cradles tiny polyps, constructing stunning cathedrals of stone like Mother Nature's architects. Picture glowing creatures illuminating the depths with their bioluminescence, like tiny underwater fireworks lighting the night sky. The ocean breathes with an enticing energy, whispering secrets with every wave. Isn't it a delightful symphony of nature's wonders? Tonight, let your imagination drift as you envision yourself floating in this vast sea, the water wrapping you in its calming embrace. The stars above twinkle with a mischievous glint, while mysterious glowing denizens of the deep glide past you in a peaceful ballet. Each fact we've explored together is akin to a unique seashell washed ashore, a tiny treasure reminding us of the incredible wonders that lie beneath the waves. As we come to the end of our aquatic adventure, I encourage you to take a moment to appreciate the marvels of the sea and the peace it offers, a little gift of wonderment for the soul. Picture your mind now settling like fine sand sinking into the seafloor, each gentle thought floating away into the ocean of your dreams. Let the rhythms of your breathing sync with the soothing ebb and flow of the tide. May the mysteries of the deep seep into your slumber, enveloping you in a comforting cocoon of curiosity and tranquility. The ocean asks for our respect and, in return, gifts us with nourishment and a sense of belonging. So go ahead, embrace the serenity as you drift off into Lola Land, where the wonders of the sea swirl around like playful dolphins. Before you close your eyes, if this soothing voyage resonated with you, consider subscribing to the Sleepy Science channel or dropping a gentle comment. Your support is the wind in our sails, helping to continue these nighttime explorations that immerse us in wondrous rest. As you drift in and out of dreams, remember that the ocean is always there, an unending source of curiosity, beauty, and inspiration. Sleep tight, dear listener, and may you wake refreshed, ready to set sail for more oceanic escapades. Until our next captivating adventure beneath the waves, good night.